Okay, sure.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm all set.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go dark while I
Who,
finish.
who you betting on, Paul?
Mike tonight. Mike will be on tonight. Yeah. I don't know those little bastards tonight. I don't know. I think they went to the sugar bush. They're wound up tonight.
Kids on the bus were wound up.
Oh, well, they got maple syrup running here right now, so they take kids over to an area where they're making maple syrup on a bus trip, right? I think they pumped them full of sugar. I had a lady roll through my lights tonight, but she was a foreign lady in a great car. But anyway, oh gee, Justin's first tonight. Oh, Justin.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, she rolled through, but I was laying on the horn, eh? Then all of a sudden she went, "Oh no!" She stopped, but she was already past my bus, and she waited for me to leave. So I didn't make a big deal of it. I told my boss just in case somebody said something. But
yeah, people get preoccupied.
they make mistakes. I mean, if they roll through really fast or something, that'd be a different story. I didn't even attempt to slow them. But
Well, let's take a look at my favorite martini bar. Huh?
no, pretty quiet there tonight.
Yeah, it's a little quiet, but look, it's cloudy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a little windy. See the palm trees out there moving a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it's warm because everybody's in short sleeves.
75 degrees.
Is it 65?
75.
75. Okay, well, that's warm.
And the wind 16, gusting to 24. And rain is supposed to start at 6:10. So,
oh boy.
So it's gonna get wet tonight.
Yeah. Russell want to know if my drone arrived. What? Last weekend, I got the Anafi thermal.
Justin goes, did I win the Inspire too?
Justin.
There's always hope.
You're only going to win it, Justin, if you put a bid on it. Yeah, Russell, if that's the drone you're talking about, the Anafi thermal did arrive. Yes. I've been tracking another ship coming up, Paul, but it's only in the Detroit River right now. It won't be here till long after dark. And then we're supposed to get some rainstorms coming through. And I thought, I not that comfortable with the Anafi yet to go down there and fly a ship over water,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because I thought it might make a cool video if you did it in thermal,
No. Hey, there's an idea. I thought of
but
that. Yeah. Well, that's not what I wanted.
I haven't had a chance to fly it out at some distance
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know, how it would work down by the bridge. Yeah, Russell, I did fly it and it did fairly well.
Which one did you say was down by the Detroit River?
Yeah, it's the tug barge, the Dirk Van Enkelborg. It's the
Oh,
newest one of the tug barges on the Van Enkelborg.
well, because I don't see anybody moving. Yeah.
Uh,
That's a Bristol Bay there. Another one heading for Montreal. Who's coming here? The Arthur Anderson. It's just gonna look like it's heading for Duluth Superior.
yeah,
It's just come out of Toledo.
the Van Enkelborg was just a little dot when I saw it earlier. I wonder where it went, if it's turned its oh, there it is. It's tied up. So it was moving north, but it didn't say where it was going. It's tied up just south of the old historic Fort Wayne.
Oh, okay.
So there isn't anything up my end at all.
Oh.
That's good. I won't feel bad then. Oh, and on the 25th at midnight on the 24th, they're opening the Sioux Locks. And they're having
Oh, okay.
they're going to have some kind of a do, I guess.
Mm.
Stream Time announced it.
Oh, yeah.
How's your guys' day been going?
Hey, Justin's here. Just in
And
time.
today, I think I heard it, Justin.
Yeah.
Freaking allergies are kicking my butt. I think I got allergies and a cold at the same time.
Not bad at all.
So you haven't even flown the Parrot yet?
Yeah, I did. Around the back here.
I get.
Oh yeah, it's the same. I had one once before, the Anafi thermal, and I sold it and bought it again. Just because it was kind of stupid. I bought it because I got called out those couple of 3 or 4 days doing that search for that dog. So yeah, I spent $2,000 to have another thermal drone. Kind of stupid.
Probably for a dog that either didn't exist or
I think he's scooped. He's scooped because they said that they've been searching and searching and searching, and I would think maybe somebody scooped him and he went to Detroit or he went to Flint or.
Well, and the thing is, he would have come home after 2 or 3 days.
Yes. And there's been no reports of a dog like that being killed out there or anything, so.
Well, it's like most people don't even report stuff like that anyway. They see a dead dog, there's dead dog. Like
yeah, but I
any
mean,
other dead animal.
they have advertising on everywhere on YouTube up here. And they passed out hundreds and hundreds of flyers with his picture. And
Were they offering like a big cash reward or something?
So $500.
Oh, it looks like we're gonna get some weather here in a while, Paul.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking is the weather's gonna turn up.
Yeah, it looks like we got some thunderstorms coming.
Yep.
I think it's gonna hit you before it hits me.
Now you're getting rain down there now, right, Justin?
Not in my area, no.
No,
I haven't had any rain all day.
Because
are they calling for rain here later on?
calling for rain about 6 or 7, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it was.
Honestly, I don't even pay attention to that because when we get into rainy season, it just rains all the time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let me look at
You're down south of Orlando.
Yeah, let me see what my weather says.
Okay, because the radar shows no
Hey,
screen.
Paul, can you trip that sharing thing?
Do what? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, see it there, Justin?
Oh
There's-
yeah, it says that
there's-
it's not supposed to hit us till about 5 a.m.
There's the line right there. Okay, stop share. Now go back
That's a nasty line there.
security. Okay, I did it again.
Okay.
It says it's gonna hit us between 5 and 7 a.m. Be right around the time I'm getting up.
Mm.
But then it's supposed to be clear by it's like 8 o'clock.
We got
Oh,
Sunday,
no.
Monday. No, Sunday, Monday here, they're calling for scattered flurries.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be thundering all day tomorrow. I might not have to work tomorrow because actually my city I'm working in is only a couple miles down the road. So I might not even be working tomorrow. If anything, I'm just gonna be sitting in my truck watching Netflix all day.
Yeah, there you go. Hope you got a good data plan. Or
Oh,
find a
yeah, I got-
hotspot or a wireless hotspot.
I got unlimited high speed.
Mm.
Because I got a deal through Walmart when I was a manager.
Oh,
Back when I
okay.
worked through Walmart, me and my wife both get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited high speed data plus 10 gigs of hotspot on each phone for
Yeah.
$69 a month for 2 phones.
Yeah. Yeah, they
And I was
I-
allowed
one
to
time-
keep my-
I used to have Telus, went and got a new phone and stuff, and they enticed me with all this, plans and all that shit. So anyways, okay, no problem. Then I had something I wasn't getting because I asked for it. So I called them up. She said, "Where'd you get that plan? We don't have a plan like that." I said, "This is where I got it." And they said I was gonna get this and this and that. And where is it? It's the reason I bought the phone or whatever, right? Because you said this is what the plan is gonna be. I said, "I got it right here on paperwork if you want me to fax it to you." No, that's fine. Okay. We'll get it straightened out. Yeah, no kidding.
Well,
you
you
know,
got to
so-
watch the wording, right? When they say,
Yeah.
if they say high speed data included,
hmm
you got to watch the wording. You have to watch, if you want, you got to make sure it says unlimited high speed data.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't say that, that means it's going to throttle down to 2G at some point, and you can't do crap with 2G. You can barely
No.
check your email on that.
Yeah. Well, see, that's I know it was funny because my sister, there was was it Rogers or Bell? No, I think it was Bell, Canada. Anyway, we had what do you call that? A plow meet, for farmers and stuff. They had tents all set up. It's a big popular thing. Anyways, oh, we're gonna give you this, this, and this, and sign you up for the deal, and you get a free receiver, a free satellite dish. Oh, 2 receivers, a free satellite dish, all this stuff. So, anyways, they give it to her right there in the spot. The 2 receivers and satellite dish and everything else. So, anyways, she went to hook it up, and she was having a problem getting it hooked up. It wouldn't start, whatever. And they said, "Oh no, that's not the deal. This is the deal here." Well, she said, "No, this is what they told me." They said, "No, we don't have a deal like that. We're not going to give it to you." Well, she said, "Fine, come and get all your shit because I don't want it now. And anyways, they got thing got dealing around. Okay, they're gonna cancel their contract and all that shit. But as far as the two receivers and the satellite dish, she said, well, they're free. They're yours to keep. Like,
Yeah,
really?
you gotta watch all that hidden crap that they're trying to pile
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like a guy
People
came
come-
came to
yeah.
my house the other day wanting to sell me a security system, and he's like, "Oh, we'll cover all the costs of the security stuff," but then he wanted to charge me $120 a month. I said, "For what?" He said, "For the security service." I said, "I use Gilfy, if that's the right way I pronounce it. I can't never pronounce it correctly, but I
Yeah.
pay $10 a month,
Yeah,
and I can buy all the equipment to hook up myself for $400.
yeah,
And they only charge $10 a month and $2.99 for cloud storage. So a whole
yeah,
what,
yeah.
$14, about 16 with tax.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
No,
And guess
no,
what?
yeah.
It's not some dude in India. When they answer the phone, you can tell it's an American on the phone. It's not some
Well-
call center in India.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that was happening here in Canada, here in this area, you go if you're an Enbridge customer, which is used to be Union Gas, but anyway, they told if you're a customer, you get a free Wi-Fi thermostat, and so anyways, we'll come into your house and right? So anyways, but it had nothing to do with Enbridge, because you go through Enbridge, the actual gas company, they'd pay for half of your wireless thermostat. But this other company found out they were coming into your home, they'd condemn your furnace. Okay, because the guy's a licensed gas guy. He'd come in and condemn it right there on the spot. Oh, you had to have a new furnace before we can hook this up and all that. They were scamming people like right, left to right, and crazy.
Well, what's funny is down here, some of the electric companies were offering free Wi-Fi thermostats.
Oh
But
yeah,
what
yeah,
they didn't tell you is they actually would control your thermostat when energy usage was high. And they would turn your air conditioner off.
Yep, or turn it down or whatever. Turn it up, I guess.
So the only way people were getting around it is they were unplugging their Wi-Fi to have to turn their damn internet back or their thermostat back up.
Yeah.
Because the power companies, they had that issue in Texas last year. They were turning people's heat and shit off because they had control of their thermostats.
Yep.
A lot of people had no idea they were even doing it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they were turning your air down from or turning your air up from 70 to 72. No, they were turning it up to 86, 87. And you imagine in the Florida or Texas in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
They're turning your air conditioner up to in the mid 80s.
Right back me once.
Yeah. So anyways, I just pulled up our gas company, and the first thing that comes up, scam notice. Be aware of social media ads offering rebates on natural gas bills, free smart thermostats, or energy savings rebates that aren't offered by Enbridge Gas. This is a scam, eh?
What's
They
up,
get you.
Chuck? Yeah, that is a scam, man.
And there's another one that was going around. They're giving people, what the hell was it? A discount on something, like your hydro or whatever it was. And anyways, they got all these people signed up. Then they turn around and they sold it to somebody else, right? And then, now that contract goes over to them, and they jack up your rates, but you can't fight them because the contract is with the other. It was just a freaking mess, eh? So.
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Chucky.
Where's your microphone? You're on mute.
It'd be nice if we could hear you.
Better.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry.
One day he'll remember it.
No, I won't. It's like it works fine with everything except crappy
Yep.
Zoom. Speaking of working, some firmware came out today for the Mac.
That's what I was waiting to
Ooh.
see. I hear from you. Yeah.
Did it work?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I brought it to the spot that took 10 minutes to connect before, fired it up, turned on went in the house. Well, I had the RC Pro on, go out on the deck, turn on the Mavic 3, come back in the house. Within a minute, I had like 20 satellites.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what's
wow.
weird? It got to 12 and it didn't say that the home point was locked in yet. It actually made me wait longer. So it seemed a little sketchy to me. Maybe it's just making up numbers now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully they figure out the camera issue with the Mini too. That's the next firmware.
Well,
that they need to work on.
Philly Drone Life did a thing this afternoon, and he got enough satellites to take off, but until he got up in the air about 12 or 15 feet, and then it gave him the lock.
Yeah, I just said it. So
But
my test,
yeah,
and I only did it once. What, Paul? Sorry.
yeah, but I think what Philly does, if he goes out on the street, he's got big high buildings on each side of him. If he
Yep.
only did it on the street, so he
Yeah,
wouldn't get
his-
visual.
Yeah, I think his setup's a little more difficult than mine. I was just in my backyard, but I wasn't far from my house. But that's only,
Yeah.
well, I don't know, 30 or so feet tall. But anyway, I set it
Yeah.
on a table in the backyard and then lit it up, and it connected really fast. And again, it's only one test. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
really
So
good
how long
enough, but
before
it's-
you got the update, like the that you're ready to fly?
It was fast. It was like seriously.
No,
like a
but you
minute.
said you got 20 satellites, but waiting for that, the home point has been updated
The home point, please check it on the map. That was I had like 20 satellites when that message
when it
played.
came up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird because normally it's 12.
Yeah.
So there's some sketchy stuff going on still, but it's I'm ready to fly it. Ready to
Well,
sell
good
off a
for you.
couple
I'm
of
glad to
Mavic
hear that
3s.
they probably fixed it.
Well, and the satellites work better than people think because I can actually turn the Mini 2 or the Air 2 on in my house
Yeah.
and get enough satellites to be able to fly.
That was the next thing that I did, but that's not a fair test. I have to wait till tomorrow for it to start all over again. But it connected to like 10 in my house.
Yeah.
Which was like,
And you only need, I think, 9 or 10 to fly, right?
yeah.
I think it's like 9 on the Mini 2, and then it will go white.
Well, a few retired guys that have nothing better to do all day did test some stuff, so we'll have to watch some videos later. And I think Bill Thomas told me about the firmware update. I wasn't paying attention. I was working. He texted me and let me know. So I ran it at lunch hour, tested it at lunch hour. It was good.
No.
It's promising. But yeah, the Mini 2 thing, I don't know, Justin. That's not right.
Well, yeah, it's something's up with the camera on the Mini 2. Because like when you pop it into sports mode, it
I flew the Mini 2 this morning, but I had a firmware notification. I ignored it and update it.
See, try it before you do the firmware update. Throw it in the sports mode when it's way up and see if the camera glitches on you. And then if you get a good glitch on it, then bring it down, do the firmware update, and try it again.
Do you have to be moving when it's in? Tell me exactly what you want me to do. I'm gonna
Like when I was flying it, I was going forward in cinema mode,
Cine.
and I popped in the cine, and I popped it into sports mode, and the camera went straight down and back up real quick.
while it was moving. It was moving
Yes.
forward in Cine.
Yes,
Flip the switch to Sport.
and then it jumped. The camera looked straight down and went back up. And it's never done that before, except for in the past month or so.
I have never flipped modes while the drone's moving. I'm always like hovering when I switch from.
Why? It doesn't
Cine
make no difference.
That's just me. That's how I'm usually more calculating than you, I guess. You're more like scrappy, I suppose.
Well,
But
that's
anyway,
like. Well, see, I like flying in sports mode. Right? I like the faster.
I never do.
videos.
I'm. You've seen my footage. You know it's like slow. I'm
Yeah,
not
but like the Air 2, see, like the Spark, it looks like crap when it's in sports mode. The video's not very good.
Yeah.
But the Air 2 and the Mini 2 and even the Mini 1 looks really good even when you're hauling ass with them.
Yeah, I haven't had any cases where I'd be hauling ass if I was chasing a train or something. If I could lock in on the train and then chase it and have it do like spotlight and keep up with it, then I could see using sport mode or something. But most of the time, I'm circling around buildings and structures and fixed objects. I'm not anyway. But I'll try it. I'll try it just in the interest of science, of course. I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah, I'm okay because I haven't done the new firmware update either, so I should still have the older firmware too. So I'm gonna try
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
I'll try it this weekend. I'm not gonna do it this week, but I'll definitely try this weekend.
Well, I gotta
Oh my god!
kind of prepare for the 107 this weekend somehow.
Remember, you can't fail the retake. It'll let you go back and
I can
re-answer the
fail
questions.
anything.
Well, I know that, but like Paul told you, you can go back and retake the questions you missed.
Right at the same sitting. You just keep going back and changing or answers, and then just tell it
So
to
you take the test all the way through, and it'll tell you all the ones you got wrong.
yep, and then you go back and change them.
Fix them.
Yep.
All right. So do I have to book this up front, or can I just do I need to schedule it, or is it just you sign online, you pay online, you
Just go online and take it.
Okay. How do you handle the book and stuff? They gave you the book before. I mean, I have the book. I have the pilot's handbook thing that you need, but do you actually use it for the recurrent?
And technically, you can. They're not going to know you're looking at it.
Well, no. I mean, they give you a copy of the book. This. They give you this.
Piss and
This
rain.
is-
No, eventually
I have
they-
I have my own copy of it, but they give you this when you take the 107. The first time you take 107, this is on the desk, and they refer you to certain pages and stuff in it when you're taking the 107. Remember that, Paul? When you had to refer
What's
to this
up,
book.
JD? What's up,
Yeah,
Robert?
but it's all online. In other words, you don't have to go look on the book for questions.
Completely electronic now.
It's all electronic.
Now,
All right, fine.
now the
Well,
FAA might not realize at the moment that you can go back and fix answers. They may fix that at some point
Well,
where you
hopefully-
have to do it right. But
No, I think that's what they wanted to do. They want you
You
because
guys are saying think.
Yep,
I think
because
I better.
when-
I'm thinking I better study a little bit just in case this doesn't go to plan.
when you take your 107 the first time around, I think you still have to go to a testing center. But for renewals, you just do it online.
Why are they even bothering with the renewal then? What's the point? Just
I don't
to
know.
aggravate
It-
or just to make money?
just to make
I think
money.
I think it's almost the same thing as the advanced certification I took for work. The first time fail rate is 68%. And I failed, I missed it by 2 points the first time. Second time I took it, it seemed easy. So I think it's
Like-
rigged.
It's like engineering school, man. Everybody. all
But
the
I think
attrition's
too,
up
though,
front.
like on a renewal, they get to know who had a license and who's not flying anymore because they would renew their license too, right? So they probably take you off, saying,
That's
"Well,
all-
that person's not
Yeah.
renewing the license." So
That's the other thing I need to do. I'm delinquent on I gotta pay my decision. Lori's in my decision to go back to the UK in the fall. We need to make that, and then if we're gonna do that, I need to extend my UK stuff one more time, which will get me through.
but
one-
the Canadian version of renewal on advanced drone pilot, which I am, you just download a piece of paper and it's got the answers on the bottom. They
It's all-
you don't have to submit the answers. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to pay. Don't have to do anything. So they wouldn't even know if I was still flying or not, right?
It's all a money
not.
grab because think about it. Over in Australia, you can't fly in national parks unless you buy a little special permit. What the hell does that permit do any good for somebody that's flying? Like, where's that money going to?
Not
It's
me.
like carbon tax. It's pointless.
Should go to me. I need money.
Like I said, it's like carbon tax. It's pointless. Just because you pay the government doesn't mean there's less carbon in the air.
Yeah.
It's just a money grab. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, that's all that is.
Let's do a speed.
Even the 107 is. I mean, why do you really need a license to fly commercial? Why? I mean, why can't you just register? Just say, hey, I'm a registered drone pilot. It's all a money grab. Every bit of it is.
Yeah.
Some of the questions on there are kind of stupid, but I do understand if you're going to be doing professional work, going into different airspaces and that, they don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry who says, "Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing." This weather is kind of proof.
Weed them out a little bit.
Proof. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, they've been making all these rules, and how many incidents has there really been? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, how many instances there really been with that many drones that are in the United States? There's never.
We probably don't hear 80% of them.
Well, no, because most of them probably aren't reported. You know, somebody hitting a telephone pole, somebody smacking into somebody's car. Technically, you're supposed to report those,
Mm-hmm.
but
Do they? No.
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 Did
But
you
that's-
hear much of anything the first 2-3 weeks after Christmas this year? No. And what happens at Christmas? 9 million people get a drone. Oh, I got a drone.
And
But
they
You don't know
Like
how
your
many
house.
people I've talked to that have
Go
gotten a drone.
outside, crash it into a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
everybody
happened.
thinks
We did a 2K drone show, and one of the topics was how to keep your new drone that was under the tree out of the tree.
boy, and everybody always
That was
thinks
the
it's
topic.
better to go buy a cheap drone to start off with, and I really think it's better to buy opposite.
It's
Why? Because it's
Agreed.
got better safety features. It will most likely not fail like a cheap drone.
you can
And
grow
two, the
into it.
resale value is high on them. So
grow
you can
into it.
resell it and barely lose any money off of it.
But you're not. It's just that was my logic. My first drone was the Mavic Pro, like I told you guys, for that
Right.
very reason. I wanted a really good drone, and I figured I'll learn on it. It forces you to be more careful anyway, right? Because you
There's a
spend
mini-
more money, so you need to
Right.
be more careful. And then
Yeah.
if you're not, you're just stupid and you deserve to lose money. But anyways, it worked out great for me.
Oh, I got to correct you too, Chuck. The other day you said the mini one was 1080p. It's 2.7K.
Oh, you're
Okay.
right. I did. Yep, you're right.
I was like, I was rewatching the live. I was like, damn it, I wish this was live so I could correct him in the chat. He said
No,
it
it's
was
cool. You're right. I'm
1080.
totally wrong. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe somebody else didn't correct me in the chat, but you're right. It's 2.7. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
2.7 at 30
I never got
frames.
excited about the Mini when it first came out. I was kind of like, you got to take the props off with a screwdriver? I hope they change that in the next one. And then I bought the next one anyway. Again, under protest, I bought a Mini too because I hate the fact that you need a screwdriver to take the props off.
Yeah, it is a little bit annoying.
It's really annoying. And then everybody else, I was hoping one of the other manufacturers like Autel or somebody would do it different so that it would force DJI to step up and do it with these props. And damn it all, it hasn't happened. Come on, there must be a way.
But in all reality, if you're really good with your drone and you're not flying like JD,
Like
you
JD.
shouldn't have to take your props off that much anyway.
Yeah, but still, if you are in the field and you have a mishap, now you got to get out the stupid little screwdriver and, blah, blah, blah.
Drop the screw in the grass and da.
All that crap. I watched the guy crash his Mini. I just finished flying my Mavic 2 Pro in the Adirondacks, and we were at this pull-off area, and I'm packing up my drone. This guy pulls in, and he saw me put my drone away because I was just landing it as he pulled in. He's like, oh, you don't have to stop for me. I said, no, I'm all done. He's like, so he's flying his Mini. He launches his Mini, takes off, and it immediately crashes into the tree across the street. Yeah, you suck. Have a nice day. See you later. What kind of things to do?
That's why I always try to take the minis up above the tallest point before I take off. But
His
see, I made that.
His didn't. He just took it off and it just zipped into a tree. It was weird. I don't know if he didn't calibrate the compass or what went wrong, but something went wrong. He went over and picked it up, and he had to take the walk of shame to go get it and all that stuff.
I messed up with the mini too. I had it in sports mode and went right into the damn light pole. I don't know what happened. It was just one of those things that happened. It was just
Well,
like
the
I
Mini
was
2
thinking afterwards, like, what the hell did you just do?
I know. It's usually how it goes when you make a boo-boo. That's how it goes. Yeah.
I was waiting for JD to respond to
He
that.
wrote
little
light
comment.
poles Justin thing. Light poles.
What's up,
Justin.
AZ? So I got the other battery from eBay for the Spark.
Well, I know what I gotta do.
Had 3 lights already charged on it. So
got drone
Test that one
therapy
out.
tonight. What's going on? Speaking of YouTube, what's going on with YouTube? How's it treating me today?
Supposedly I only had 5 cycles and it was
Yeah.
$60, which is a lot cheaper than a new one. New one would have been double that, plus $20, and it was free shipping.
Seems like a good deal.
I mean, if the cycles are correct on it, that's what it's the hard part, right? You got to take their word for it. So you don't know how many cycles. That's why I wish you could plug a battery into these drones and it actually keeps a record of the battery, because it's a smart battery. It should have some kind of built-in thing that keeps account of how many times it's been charged.
That information is out there, and if you have like, I pay for air data.
Does it tell you on air data?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, why doesn't it just tell you that in the basic menu of the drone then?
I don't know. I don't
Where
care.
you-
I pay for air data, but yeah, I agree. It should show it. But
Like you
Air
should be
data's-
able to take your Air
Air
2
data's-
battery and plug it into my Air 2, and it should be able to tell me how many cycles that battery's had.
you would think. But air data is pretty cool, though. You can go back.
Oh,
and
you're
see your
welcome, Izzy.
flights. You can see all the telemetry from your flights. It's just nice. It's all organized. It's really a shame that you can't do that just with some app from DJI, because it's all there.
Yeah, you think they would make an app just for that?
You would think a lot of things about DJI would be different, but they kind of suck. I mean, like, for that, they just try to find. Like today, I needed to get the software. Was it Assistant 2 for Mavic 2? I needed to get that because I had to update the version to update the Mavic 3 and the RC Pro, and finding them isn't like intuitive. It's kind of like it's there, but it's a little buried. It's like, what the frick?
What are you eating, Rod?
Elk pasta.
Oh,
Did Paul fall asleep?
Nope,
I don't
Nope,
think I've
nope,
ever had
nope.
elk.
All right, just checking. You're kind of like,
just listening.
Come September, I'll be eating a lot of bison,
Ooh, bison.
yeah.
bison.
better than regular burger.
I drive a bison.
Oh, there was a place out here out in California where I grew up that served buffalo burgers and ostrich
Mhm.
burgers, and you could get an ostrich omelet too.
Buffalo
Just,
buffalo burgers in the restaurants.
I
It's
just
not
worked.
cheap.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nothing is cheap.
Oh.
I just, for the first
You want
time
to vote
ever,
on that? Wow.
first time ever, picked up groceries for the week, and it's typically a similar list every week. Broke $300. Insane.
JD, I just did one of those things on Amazon where you could design your own stickers. You just put your own design up there, and then you can pick what size you want, what shape, and all that. I was just doing a little test run with them. There's all different companies you can go through.
Got my safety vest. I have my orange safety vest that has the Covaction logo on it. I worked a trade with Adventures with Bernie. He's gonna send me a shirt from Australia from his channel, and I'm sending him a Covaction T-shirt. We're doing a trade.
That's where I made my vest too, was on Amazon. I went to one
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
custom vest things, and I just put,
That's exactly
I
what I
wanted
did,
on.
Justin. Yeah, it's cool.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's only like what I think it was 20 or $25. That
That's
was it.
about all I paid. There were a
And
whole
they're
bunch
nice
of them that
vests
did it.
too.
And I brought in the PNG file, so it's brought it in, sized it, and everything, put it where I wanted it, added some text, and it looks professional. And
Yeah, I wish I would have put my logo on there back when I did it, but I didn't. Hold on,
Oh,
let me
that's
show it to you.
that's what I did.
I gotta turn my green screen off though.
It's like Paul put it on, but it's like let's see, can you see it?
Is it this one here? Is it the same one that's got the pocket in the front?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the orange one, but yeah.
Well, I wanted orange because I'm an orange guy, but then on the back I put
That's not it.
Yeah, it's got the little
I
pocket.
made sure I
for
put
your
my
ID.
little. I have my little. See, it says FAA 107 pilot.
See, I put registered drone pilot.
I
And
like
my
that.
channel
That's-
name.
I like that. I should have put that on the back of mine too. I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
Because it says I'm not licensed, so I didn't want to put licensed, so I put registered because technically I'm registered.
Well, I'll be 107 again in a minute, but yeah, same thing, Justin. It was cheap, and it's like just throw it in the truck, and
Well, and it makes
way-
it, like I said, it makes it better too when
People
you're
are-
out in the field. People don't bother you.
people aren't gonna bug you. You scare them. You look official.
I've had people come up to me and ask me if I worked for the state before. Because I was
Yeah?
flying in one of our local parks, and the guy
You're
from
holding
Parks and-
flares too. Do you hold like a flare?
from Parks and Recreation, he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, you work
Hey,
for
there's a
this?"
fire in the oven.
Hold on a sec.
Say a bun in the oven or a fire in the oven? He's got Justin has a Class A event he's got to take care of.
Yeah, there you go.
Class A event. That's what we call him at work. You're not
Hey,
supposed to say the
He,
F word.
he went to an emergency and didn't put his vest on.
Yeah.
All I know is the wife spoke and he jumped.
Well, she said there's a fire in the oven.
There's
That
a
would get me
fire in the
moving.
oven.
They get me moving
Oh.
fast too.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Throw some baking soda on it. Call it a day.
Yeah, but the average person, Chuck, doesn't know where the friggin' baking soda is in the kitchen, because how often do you use it?
It's right in the cup.
Yeah. I got a fire extinguisher right beside my stove.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
you
you go.
you might be able to save dinner with baking soda or something. You're not going to save it with a fire extinguisher.
Oh, what the
And
hell?
then again,
you gotta have
a
some
lot
fun,
of times
right?
I figure a little fire in the oven. It'll
It'll brown it up a little, right?
What the hell's Sarah cooking?
I don't know, but it's cooking fast.
I don't know, but if he doesn't get it taken care of, she'll be cooking his goose.
Mhm.
Maybe that's true. Well, I'm gonna have
When he
to-
comes back, Ron, tell him that you called 911 and they're on their way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't. Oh man,
we
don't
did
do
you a
that.
favor. Yeah,
Well, I'm working on yet another Scotland video, people. Working on another one. This one-
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You're gonna love where we stayed this time. You think the last one was nice? Wait till you get a load of this place. Royalty. So
You seem to vacation a lot.
this is all from last fall. This is still the Scotland footage I've been weeding through, and
Hey, Justin.
Sarah caught the oven on fire.
Yeah, I hear
I think
the
she caught
smoke
what's in the oven on fire, not the oven.
No, it was because I told her the other day we needed to get
You
down there
clean
and
it?
clean out the bottom.
Oh, so the bottom shit caught.
Yeah. And as I just said that like a day or two ago. I was like, she was supposed to go to the store and get some oven cleaner. So I
Well,
Fire
Ron,
department
Ron, you
on the way.
better cancel that call then.
Yeah.
Called
It-
911 for you.
Yeah, Ron
Yeah.
called the fire department.
Well, I have
Well,
a
it depends on how his house is set up.
Rob Glacier.
Smoke alarms go off.
Rob
Some
Road.
of the new regulations automatically send the fire department.
Yeah.
no, they're all wired in, but they won't do that.
A vest
They're not
isn't going to
resigning
help
the alarm
with a
hook
bun
up
in
to
the oven.
Did the smoke detector go off, Justin?
I
Oh, yeah,
heard
they
'em.
all went off through the house. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard him.
That
because
was
they're the
us.
ones that are all wired into the electric. They're not battery operated. They have a backup battery, but they mainly run off the power of the house. Now I got it out. I just she pulled out the food out of there, and I just grabbed the thing from. She turned the stove off, and I just grabbed a little water hose sprayer out of the sink.
Oh yeah.
She just spurted it a little bit. I put it right out.
I assume you'll be ordering out pizza tonight.
Well, I mean, we have a huge air fryer, right? It's like one of those big ones like Paul has.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna do it in one of those. She's
what
been
to do
cooking
for
some
dinner.
pork chops.
Gotta figure out what to do for dinner tonight. I'm feeling lazy. Lori gets out at 7. I don't want
Well,
to.
that's it. That's exciting, right, Paul?
yep. I had a omelet tonight with cheese and mushrooms and
Yeah, Paul had quite a plate.
bacon. And,
Yeah.
Mm.
the dogs are just smacking their lips and
Mm.
okay.
Well, what am I gonna bitch about now? If the Mavic 3 is all set and works well, what am I gonna bitch about? Man.
You'll find something, Chuck. It's in your nature.
I'll go back to bitching about YouTube again and how they don't how they hate me.
Yeah, I don't get I'm subscribed to you, but I don't get notifications when you put stuff up.
Yeah, I've found where notifications I've enabled for other channels get turned off and stuff. I go in like, why is that off?
There's a channel I religiously watch every day. He's Polecat324. He does the GTA role play. I watch his videos every night when I'm laying down for bed. And I just went on his channel last night and I was unsubscribed. I was like, what the hell? I've been literally watching his channel for like 2 years now.
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook are, I don't know if it's the metadata or what they use, but they decide. You could have all the friends in the world. They decide what you see friends-wise on Facebook.
Oh,
And
yeah.
YouTube is like, and how dare they? Now you got me on a rant. Turn the
I
rant.
have over 1,200 people on my Facebook. You think I see 90% of their posts?
See, we just gave you something to bitch about, Chuck.
Yeah, see? See?
I'm
That's
a
not
bad
right.
dad. It started raining and Mia was out there.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
mine
did,
does.
AZ. Worked great.
Yeah, Greasy's outside and it's just pouring rain here right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
Mia's got her
overcast.
own towel. I have to towel her off.
I think it's
Yeah, I
just
guess he just
overcast.
barked once in.
I think it's just overcast here.
Yeah, it's not that nice here either.
I might be hanging out in my truck all day tomorrow.
Yeah, she's just pouring
It's
out here right
raining.
now.
It's kind of showering here. It's like
When?
what's tomorrow?
Oh my God, you're wet.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Tomorrow's
Gracie, just
scattered
soaked.
showers. Ooh, I have to go to Auburn tomorrow. I should bring the Mavic 3 with me. I'll bring the Mavic 3, maybe do some flying at lunch hour. Might be fun.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Yes, that's a plan. We'll see how it can track me in a park. I'll throw it up in the air and let it follow me around as I do my power walk. See if it tracks me and doesn't crash.
Yeah, I even did a little flying today.
Oh, you did? Finally busted out the MAV too?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to do another relocation service today.
Oh,
Yes.
how'd you make out spawning around with that guy that owns the grocery store?
Oh, that one particular individual doesn't work there anymore.
Oh,
What? Hold on. What happened? I must have
Yeah, what
missed
happened?
something over the last day or so.
Yeah, and they asked me for Don's number, and they want to call him personally, apologize to him.
What happened?
Yeah.
My friend Don stopped up there
oh,
at
there
the
it is.
store last night, and this one guy that he's been working there a couple of years, and Terry, she's just not sure what to do with him. He just does so many stupid shit, and then he's just, I don't know. I don't know. He's just not altogether there. There's certain things that she can't rely on him. And
Paul, move.
my friend Don went there last night, late yesterday afternoon, and he asked for the guy to carry his groceries out to his truck. And the guy said, we don't do that. And there was nobody else in the store. So he called me. And so I
Common
ran up there.
courtesy.
I didn't know he was there.
Ron raised his hand.
I've been
so I tried it
avoiding
too. See, raised my hand.
I've been avoiding him all week just because I've been sick. And this is the last thing he needs is a respiratory problem. But
Yeah, well, he's dragging around an oxygen bottle on a wheelie anyway, isn't he?
yeah.
That sucks.
And the guy wouldn't take his groceries out.
Look, that's just common courtesy, regardless if that's your normal thing you do or not.
Yeah, so I called Terry, and she was pissed, the owner's wife. And
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna
So-
drop off and I'm gonna do some editing.
Where you going, Chuck?
I'm gonna do some editing.
Well, I thought
No.
maybe you were going to go flying.
Give me the power so I can boot him.
Could test GPS one more time. What's wrong, Justin? What's
So
wrong?
give me the power so I can boot them.
You gonna boot me?
I always like booting people right when they're about to leave.
Oh, well,
They'll
you're
be
an
like,
asshole.
goodbye, and they're just gone.
Like this, later.
So they ended up letting them go.
Oh, he bolted.
Well, I used to do that when I worked at like Walmart and when I was at Dollar General there for a little bit. You know, if I saw somebody that was like older and elderly, I would just ask them, you want to help out there with that 32 pack of water? Like, barely
Yeah.
push your cart. It was
Yeah.
just common courtesy. I'd ask them.
Yeah.
Just like when I was a manager, we'd help take out like a 70-inch TV.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
tried to tip me, and I would let the employee keep it, even though Walmart said you're not allowed to keep tips. You have to turn them in because we donate them. Fuck out of here. You didn't carry that damn TV out for that customer. If he wants to give the kid $20, he's gonna keep it.
yeah. But you know, the bottom line is it's a small community here. He has the option. He can down on Highway 14. He lives off of Highway 14. And instead of turning left, going 4 or 5 miles up 113, and then another half a mile up Old Sundance Road to go to their grocery store, he can just go 5 miles straight into Moorcroft and go to a bigger grocery store. But he tries to patronize both places. And you know, they even have a sign up in the grocery store here, you know, for the locals. They try to keep their prices down, but they said, you know, why spend the money in gas driving? It's 11 miles from here to Moorcroft, where there's a bigger grocery store. You know, the money you would save just staying right here. The only reason I go to the other grocery store is there's certain things they don't have here, you know. They're good people. They're locals. I try to patronize them, you know, but she remembers Dawn. He has been in there before. The guy's just a fucking, sorry, he's a fucking idiot. You know, he doesn't have 2 brain cells put together.
Yeah.
And you see a man on oxygen dragging around an oxygen cart. Just get off your dead ass. There's nobody else in the store. Pick up his groceries and carry them out to the truck. End of story.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science, you know.
Yeah. No kidding.
And so I did. I called Terry and I asked her, I said, Terry, what's your policy? She goes, what? Yeah. She was not happy. So she called Dawn today and completely apologized, said that will never happen again. And we certainly hope you come back here to shop.
All right.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And she goes, if I have to, she goes, I'll drive in and carry your stuff out myself. You know, she goes, I only live 4 or 5 minutes from the store. So, but hate to see anybody lose their job, but God damn it, use your brain.
Yeah. No kidding, right?
Yeah.
Not a positive thing at all.
But if it's happened there, it might
Or,
have happened
to
before
him,
that too,
You
right?
can bet it's happened to a lot of her customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because when there's one incident, there's usually more, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, good. It's got the big hole in it. All right.
Well, and two, you know, with the
Oh,
small
you got-
business,
You got some more vinyl.
It's transfer tape.
Oh,
but yeah, you got to be careful when you're a small business like that. Like a
Yeah.
big business that can handle
word traffic.
crappy.
The word gets out, doesn't it, Justin?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, we are getting pizza round.
Oh, really?
Just said the pork chops smell like fire. I was like, okay.
I'll give them to the dog.
Good old Russell. Hey, Tim Jackson.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim, how's it going, buddy?
Come on in, Tim.
He's at work. He's with his Tim Jackson.
Oh yeah,
You
he'd
know,
be at
big
work.
companies like Walmart, they can afford to have a crappy employee here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't give a
But a
shit.
mom and pop place, they've really, if they don't show a certain level of,
Yeah.
you know, respect for their customers, they'll kill their business real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel bad. I go in there all the time. They give me try to give me free coffee every day. And I let it happen once in a while, just because I go in there and I feed their puppy every day. And I buy my treats at their store. You know, so but
Huh.
they and Terry brings the dog in every day. I go up and see her and pet
Nothing
her.
wrong with that. Maybe you got some friends.
Yeah, you know, they're good people. They're like I said, it's funny. It's such a small community how everybody knows everybody. And Jay and the husband invited me for breakfast yesterday. And I went down and there was a guy sitting in the restaurant with him having breakfast. And I got to chatting with him. Well, here he's a local guy who does tree trimming and tree cutting. So I started picking up a conversation with him. Well, next thing you know, I have him down to the house. And he's going to take care of the little issue I have outside here. He's Ron, I'll charge you a couple $100. I called this tree service in Gillette, which is a half hour from here. That lady, she wanted $2,000 to cut down half a tree. And that's what kind of pisses me off about business. You know, she's like, well, sir, we're fully insured and everything. And she said, you know, well, it's going to cost this and cost that. We're going to have one truck bring the lift, and then the other truck has to bring the chainsaw. I'm like, lady, you think I'm stupid? You need one pickup that trailers a lift. The bed of your pickup can carry 1 to 2 chainsaws. Easy. It can carry 12, 15 chainsaws.
Yeah, I
Quit
know.
bullshitting me. I said, people like you piss me off.
Well, see,
give
they're
you-
probably
Price of 1,800. No.
they're probably like the companies around here, Ron, where they have all the latest fancy equipment too. Like
Yeah.
if you go to a lot of the tree services around here, they have a huge chipper truck that's just a wood chipper and it's got a huge bed in
Well,
the back.
Ron's out in the middle of nowhere. There's
Right. They show up with a truck with
You know,
a
they try to
bucket.
play for stupid. You need 2 trucks. There's I could go rent a lift here for $80-$90 a day. And all it is, this lift is on a trailer. You hook it up to the hitch on the back of your truck.
Yep.
And you mean to tell me you can't put a couple chainsaws in the back of your bed of your truck? You have to bring she uses the excuse of, we have to bring a second truck to carry the chainsaws. Bullshit.
That's like I said, when it's about that price here, if you want a tree cut down, because they show up with an army of trucks.
It's
Each
like, you know, the
truck
same thing.
is a specified job.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is like, from a business standpoint, it looks professional, but at the same time, it costs a lot of money for somebody just to get a tree trimmed, you know?
If you go to watch
Ridiculous.
you go, I told you that service they did to Michelle in Reno. She asked me to take her car. This when she was living with me. She come home from work and went to bed. She said, "Do you mind taking my card to the local Hyundai dealer?" And there was an air pressure sensor and problem. And I took it in there. The mistake I made was I told the service guy, A, this is not my car. B, I don't know the service records. It was something was under warranty because the car was only like a month old, maybe a month or 2. And I said, I'll wait out in the waiting room. At the time is when I was going through my situation where I thought I had kidney cancer. And I'm on the phone with multiple people, doctors. My mind's not there. This guy comes out, the service guy comes out. I hear blah, 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 oil change, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do it. I don't have time. Just go ahead and do it. So I sitting there for like an hour. Finally, I walk up to the counter and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Oh, your car's done. Here's the bill. It was $300 and some. Like, whoa, wait a minute. what the hell happened? And his exact words were, my top mechanic, who I trust exclusively, said this is the dirtiest oil he's ever seen in his 20-year career. Those
How
were
was
his
that?
exact words. And I'm like, holy shit. And again, I'm still not thinking, car's only a month old, month and a half, 2 months old.
I was about to say the same thing.
And again, it's not registering because my mind is more worried on my medical issue. And I tell the service guy, I said, well, I will scold her when I get home and tell her about keeping better medical records, or not medical, there I am, You're keeping records, on her car. Well, she didn't sleep well that day, so she's a little cranky. I come home and she gets up at 5 o'clock to start to get ready for work, and then we have dinner at 6 to 6:30. When she got up, I said, hey, your tire sensor pressure problem is fixed, and you need to pay better attention about changing your oil. She goes, excuse me? And I showed her the bill. She went off, and she goes charging out of my house. She goes out to her car, gets in the glove box, comes back in and said, read this. Here, it was the service record. She had her oil changed the day before in Sacramento. I'm like, holy shit. So now it's 5 o'clock. The dealership is closed. And I apologized. I said, I think you've just been taken. What they had done was they said they drained the oil. There's a cleansing system that they use.
Oh,
and
that's
they
bad to do.
that, run it for X amount of minutes, drain all that, and then they put fresh oil back
Let's
in.
be ready in 30 minutes.
So the next morning, she gets off work at 8, and I said, you go directly to the dealership and you meet me. We walk in there, same guy is at the counter. There's like 6 people in line. And I walked up to the front of the line and I looked at everybody and I said, you people don't want to get your car serviced here because these people are a bunch of ripoffs. And the guy behind the counter goes, whoa, 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 what do you think you're doing? I said, yeah. What do you think you did to me yesterday? Let's talk about this. Why don't you go get your boss? So all of a sudden, the service manager comes to the front counter. He said, what is all this yelling out here? And I said, well, your little expert right here ripped us off yesterday. He said, sir, please calm down. Let's come on back to my office and we'll discuss this. So I grab Michelle. We go back to his office and I tell him the situation, his exact words. And I remember this like it was 30 seconds ago. He said, sir, if your girlfriend would keep better service records on her vehicle, we might not be having this discussion. And I said, you mother. That's when I started to launch across the table. And thank God she was quick because she dove in front. And I said, I'm going to have your job. And I said, what you don't know is who I know. And she goes, come on, come on. She's grabbing me. She yanks me outside. What that guy didn't know is the whole dealership manager is soon to be her niece, or not niece, nephew. Her brother, the world-renowned infertility specialist physician, had a 25-year-old daughter, Michelle's niece, and the manager of that dealership, guy was 52 years old, was about to marry her 25-year-old niece. And Michelle's brother hated this guy, hated him. So to find out if this guy that runs this dealership just screwed his sister, oh, he really could be happy. So here's the thing. I told her, I said, I'm going to go talk to him. He'll be in. You go home, go to my house, go to bed. And so about half hour later, I'm pacing in the showroom. And this one sales guy come up and says, sir, can I help you? And I forget the guy's name. And I said, when's he in? He said, well, he's usually in about 9 o'clock. And I said, well, it's 8:15. I'm done waiting. Get on the phone with him, call him. If he doesn't show up in the next 15 minutes, my next phone call is to the news station because this place just ripped me off. Hold on, sir, I'll be right back. So the guy comes back and said, he'll be here in 5 minutes. I said, good. So the guy comes in. He comes up to me and says, sir, I understand you have a problem. Would you like to come back in my office and talk to me? Sure would. So I go back into his office and I start to explain the story to him. And he said, I need to stop you for a second. He goes, where do I know you from? I said, not important. We continue the conversation. And one of the things I asked him, I said, we need to get the service manager from Sacramento and your service manager and you all on the phone on a conference call. And we're going to talk about the oil change that she had done 2 days ago and how your guys lied. And because there's so much of this stuff going on in the US. And he said, well, sir, I don't do things like that. He said, Ron, I've got to ask you again, where do I know you from? Not important. He knew my name, but well, I think I told him. Then about the third time he asked him my name, he goes, Ron, you got to tell me. He said, I know you from somewhere. I said, I'm Michelle's boyfriend. And all of a sudden his eyes got about this big. And he calls for his secretary. He said, please come in here and bring the petty cash box. In other words, give Ron his money back instantly. And oh yeah. So they knew, and they do that, especially in California a lot. They take advantage of women.
Especially women.
Yeah. And they, like a lot of these fast lube places like Jiffy Lube, and I don't know if you have them or those quick lube places. Those dealerships, those managers are required to have each customer, every car that pulls in there to have at least this dollar amount or more, per car. In other words, they make up shit to tell people when people don't know any better. I went to that one Jiffy Lube and here they put a giant big screw in my back tire and told me that it was going to cost me this amount of money to fix it and everything. I'm like, no, I'll go down to the local tire dealership where I had bought the tires and they fix flats for free. No, sir, it'll be very dangerous to drive down. Get the fuck away from me. It's stuff like that it just kind of eats me. They take advantage of people and it's not right. Sorry, I'll be a little explicit. But Michelle and I just talked about that not long ago. She's like, yeah, I remember that day. Thank God I dove in front of you. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm getting softer and my old age. I just don't like seeing people taken advantage of and not doing.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Simple thing. Carrying a man's groceries out who's on oxygen and tagging along an oxygen cart. Come on. You're 35, 40 years old. Really, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know. What's the matter with people today?
Yeah, especially I don't know what it's like there in US, but even here now that taking all the mandates off, people are putting signs up. We're still offering curbside service.
Mm-hmm.
So like go to Walmart or whatever, they'll still bring it out to you, or Canadian Tire, or any of those places. They still offering curbside service, even though people don't want to go into the store or whatever, right? You buy it online and just go in and they pick it up, right? So.
Well, there's been a lot of places too where the mandates have been lifted, and it turns out the curbside service hasn't increased at all, and in fact, it's increasing. People have gotten so comfortable and liking that they don't have to go in the stores that they're just sticking with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I just met my one neighbor today for the first time. They live out back and they've been there for about 3 months, and I saw him outside and I walked up and introduced myself. You gotta see the dog. He has 160-pound Newfoundland. My God,
Wow.
a big, dopey, friendly dog, but man, he's huge.
I
And
got chased by 2 dogs today, little bastards.
how'd you make out?
Like I was in this really upscale, nice neighborhood, right?
I gotta move your truck and then work on it.
I went to 2 different houses in this neighborhood. I had about 10 houses to check.
Justin, let me interrupt you. Hey, Sarah, strong work burning the.
Oh, she already left.
Oh, shoot. Let me know when she gets back to you.
But no, both houses that I went up to had their damn garage doors open, and I'm walking up the driveway, and their dogs are just fucking loose, come running out the garage at me at 2 different houses. So then I went to the 3rd house. The guy was working outside and had his garage door open. I pulled into his driveway because technically we're not supposed to do that. I pulled all the way up in his driveway. I was like, "Sorry, sir." I said, "But the last 2 houses I went to had their garage door open and their dogs ran after me." He was like, "Oh, don't even worry about it." He goes, "I understand."
Ryan, did you see what Blizzard wrote in the chat?
No, I can't see the chat.
Okay, Blizzard says roughly $400 a tree my friend will cut down for me. A company quoted him $20,000 to remove and chip his trees.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Well, it's a difference between a couple of guys that are running their own little business with a pickup truck doing that too. But like I said, some of these businesses that are doing it, like here in Florida, they do look super professional when they show up because they have a truck for every little job. But see, that's where the cost comes in, right?
But
Because
you know,
it's the same thing here. You can find a couple of guys that'll cut down a tree for a few $100 here too.
And they had me send them pictures of which tree I wanted, how tall it was. And I said, all I need you to do is just bring down that top section because I'm afraid to climb that high. I don't have the equipment to climb that high. And I said, you'll probably be in and out of here in an hour and a half. But $2,000 for that amount of time? Really? No. I realize everybody's got to make a living, but.
Hey, Paul, I don't know if you can see that. My sister is hailing like hell right now at her place.
Oh, look at
That's
that hail
all-
on the deck. Wow.
Yeah, she's just coming down crazy right now.
Blizzard FPC said, "Excuse me, miss, your blinker fluid is low. Would you like me to top it off?"
Yeah. Your halogen fluid. And
Did you see
There
that
was
some of the parts stores are actually selling the blinker fluid as a joke?
oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
a guy. I think it was on YouTube or something. He played a joke on his daughter. He had his buddy mechanic called the daughter and said that their halogen fluid was low on the lights, and okay, go ahead and fill that. All this other stuff, and she went right along with everything. She didn't know, but yeah.
But the AutoZone by my house actually had little tiny bottles that were, I don't know, they were probably 2 or 3 cups. So it was just a little tiny bottle, but it was sold. They were selling it as a gag gift, and it was blinker fluid. It had like an official label and everything on it.
Really?
It was like $5 or something, but it was just a little gag thing. Because so many people have tricked people into going into the AutoZone and all these parts stores looking for blinker fluid. So they were like, well, we're going to capitalize on it. Might as well sell it to them.
She come back in yet, Justin?
No, she had to go get that pizza. She won't be back.
Oh, she went to get
20
the pizza.
minutes. Yeah, it's all the way across town. So she won't be back for about 20 minutes.
She's retrieving dinner. She usually brings home dinner, doesn't she?
No, we usually cook quite a bit, but every once in a while we bring dinner.
Well, I thought she brought you some big sandwiches the other day or something.
No, it was a big burrito from Chipotle.
Yeah, that's it.
But
Burrito.
we don't eat out that much. We might eat out like once a week or so. Sometimes we go weeks without eating out. Usually every payday we'll do something, pizza or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of worry. I hope my friend Don, his health does well throughout the summer and he makes the September bison hunt. My boss asked me to go. It'll be my boss. I've never done a bison hunt, so but my boss wants me to come with him.
They're making quite a bit of comeback as far as in the wild.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because they're protected in a lot of national parks, right? Like Yellowstone and stuff like that.
You go into Yellowstone and Jesus.
Because there used to be like what, over 100 million bison or something back in the day. Like
Yeah,
back in the like Western times and shit, back when the Indians and all that were around.
they believe that that there's this big hype on the wolves in Yellowstone that they keep. How I say it, there's certain things that they say the wolves do, and they keep the bison herd at a whatever, because that's one of their big meals. The whole pack will chase down a bison.
Sure, that's
know,
not easy to do.
Yeah.
Those things are fucking tanks on legs.
Oh my God. I'm scared usually to ride my bike, and I always tell my friends to come out. They want to go into Yellowstone on a motorcycle, and I tell them, guys, here's what I do, and if you're with me and you see me do this, follow my lead. You get into Yellowstone, especially in the Lamar Valley, when you get 40, 50 of them coming down the opposite side of the road, the smartest thing for you to do, shut your bike off, get off, and get on the opposing side of the traffic and hide behind a car. Because you can be, I've driven down the road where there wasn't a traffic jam, and they can be 30, 40, 50 yards away. If they don't like the sound of your bike, they will instantly charge. And
Turn around and haul ass. That's about all you could do.
you're going to lose that battle unless you're fast. Yeah, they scare me. We have them here in Custer State Park in southern South Dakota. I've seen them there several times. Same thing with a grizzly. You got to be careful when you're on a motorcycle in some of these places.
Just got to scratch the grizzly in the right spot.
Yeah. There's a guy, and I want to meet him. I know right where he's at. My friends that came to visit 2 years ago, they met him. He has a refuge. He has a grizzly refuge right outside of Gardner, Montana, which is on the north entrance of the park. There's the north and the northeast entrance of the park. But it's called what's the name of that road? It's about 10 miles outside the park, but he has a refuge, and he's on YouTube. I should find his link and send it to you. He has a pet grizzly bear. It's really worth watching. This guy's he does Yellowstone documentaries, and he got this grizzly cub like 20 years ago, and he's raised it, and he just walks all over the place with it. And yeah, it's pretty neat.
I mean, that's cool and everything, but it has to, I don't know. That's just, to me, that's playing with fire.
It is.
Because at any point, that thing could fucking decide, I don't like you no more. That pissed me off because you only gave me one salmon today. And throw
Well,
a
the
fit
thing
like
of
a
it
teenager.
is if done properly, the animal people say that you can domesticate any animal, but it takes a lot of work, a lot of time.
Oh my God, these allergies. Oh my God, sorry. I have been sneezing all freaking day. My eyes been watering too.
Little bit of allergies.
I think it's mixed with you having a cold too, which is making it even worse.
For bath towels,
Ron, are you still stuffed up and stuff, or you getting better?
Yeah, a little bit. I can, if I just lay down, I can still hear myself wheeze, and I can hear the rails in my alveoli. I can hear them. There you go, guys. I will put this in the chat. I highly recommend watching this. It's really, really super interesting.
All right, I'm gonna jump off because these allergies are killing me.
Hey,
I'm gonna lay
Justin's
down.
getting ready for pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go lay down, man. It's killing me.
Yeah, you sound a little stuffed up, buddy.
Tell
All right.
Sarah strong work on
Yeah,
dinner.
tell Sarah that
I'll just tell her to
If-
rewind the live.
tell her if she has to you give you a break and not require you to give her a pedophile
Pedophile.
a manipedi
Pedicure.
a manipedi tonight, you know.
It's a pedophile. Yeah, that's funny.
That came out because of that's big on the news right now because of the baloney on the news.
All right. I'll see you
Oh,
guys
that,
later.
Yeah,
that
the
one girl,
Supreme
that one-
Court. Yeah.
yeah, thing, yeah. Give a guy 3 months and he, what did they recommend?
Yeah,
15
is
to
a
20.
child is a child abuser, pedophile, and she sentenced him to 3 months. And it should have been 5 or 7 years. Because her statement was, everybody needs a second chance.
Third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, that craziness.
Tell me if this comes into the live chat. Here we go. Paste. Did a
Not
link
yet, but
appear?
not yet, but that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes it's a little delayed. There it is.
Okay.
Yep.
I highly recommend watching it. It's really super interesting. It really is. This is the way the guy does the documentary, and but that's pretty local to me. It's only a couple hours away.
Oh, really? Have you met the guy?
No, I want to meet him this spring. I'm gonna go to his refuge this spring. I'd like
Yeah,
to meet.
that'd be interesting for you, definitely, to go and see his
meet-
whole operation and get a chance to chat with him.
Yeah, I want to meet Brutus. And he had Brutus 3 years ago at the Pennsylvania, the Harrisburg, the sportsman show that I go to with my boss.
Oh, yeah.
He brought Brutus there.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, he's probably about an 800-pound, 1,000-pound grizzly. Yeah. But the guy, he does a documentary. I think he's kind of sponsored by GoPro, but it's really, really good.
Yeah.
The way he narrates, and yeah,
Oh,
you get a
cool.
chance, guys, watch that. Well, this is what, Wednesday night?
Wednesday night. Yep.
You betcha.
I don't know whether there's any drone things.
Oh, yeah. Those guys.
Yeah, coast to coast drones.
Coast to coast. Isn't he on like at 8 o'clock or something, or 9
Something
o'clock?
like that.
Yeah. Because he's West Coast.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who else is on. How was your visit with Monty, Paul Murray, or Paul Hodges?
Yeah, it wasn't that great last night.
No.
But Diane was there today and she's still kind of a little bit pale and stuff, but she took her up to the front where the fireplace is, took her out of the room and stuff. They sat
Oh,
up
how'd
for
you
about an
have-
hour.
That meeting today.
Oh, what with MP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually went pretty good. It was a lot better than what I thought it was gonna be. Because, like I was complaining about Service Canada, like going in and trying to get the information from them and they just wouldn't help me basically at all. And so anyways, this is the Minister of Parliament Anyway, she says, you won't get anywhere with them. They're terrible.
Really?
Well, why don't you frickin' fix it then, you know? Because they're part of our government, but, I said, like, they said, well, I don't get a certificate, or I said, I don't even know if they even received it. I got no confirmation, no nothing. He said, no, you won't. But anyways, that's what they told me. So she said, if I can't get a confirmation, I'll get a confirmation, but she said there may not be no paperwork for it. But what I'll do is I'll do you up a formal letter stating that that's in effect, signed by
What-
the Minister of Parliament, right?
What exactly are you trying to do?
Okay. I don't know about you guys in the States, but here in Canada, what it is this, involuntary separation papers. Okay. Because me and Bonnie are living separately. Okay. So, but what it does is it helps financially because the government can't come back on me for her care if I get this paperwork through. Okay. So, but anyways, and I've been trying to get her on Canada pension, disability pension. Well, not hearing nothing there either. So she says, I'll find out where the process is on that, all this. So then she says, have you filed for this? I said, no, like, which is a GIC or GIS or something, but it's guaranteed income supplement for her. Because see, I'm over 65, she's entitled to it. So she applied for it today for it too. Like they were right gonna dig right in. So, but no, their own freaking government office. You go there, oh well, here's a number, call them, but you may have trouble trying to get through. You got a computer in front of you and you work for the government. Can't you find out this stuff?
Yeah.
But when I went to the Minister of Parliament's place, they basically told me, yeah, you won't get nowhere with them. They're terrible, she says. Well, why do you have it then? They're not
Yeah.
going to do their job or, help you out. They just said, here, well, here it is right here. And she circled this right here and said, here, call that number. But I'm already here. This is, right there, Service Canada. That's their office. Like, oh, pissed. It's just everything I've been doing for her has been on Bonnie's behalf has been a fight. I was getting out like there's the Canada disability pension is federal. Okay, there's another one called Ontario because I live in Ontario. It's called ODSP, is Ontario Disability Support Program. But anyways, they said I make too much money. I said no, this is for Bonnie. Well, no, you got to have a piece of paper saying you guys are involuntary separated. But yet the government tells me I don't get a piece of paper. Like, and then where she's at Valley View, they need the paperwork to complete theirs. I said, well, when I was into the government office, they told me it's up to you to get it from the government. She said, no. Hang on. We don't have power of attorney to get that. So back and forth.
One retard don't talk to the next. Yeah.
It just like passed the buck. So anyways, I went into, I was told to see a certain woman, her name was Jenna. But anyways, I went, and she was very helpful today. So we'll see where it goes to from here. So,
Let me go check on the herd.
yeah.
They're up the Mackenzies today. There was about 20 of them all laying underneath their trees in the shade, which is about 200 yards up. I'll see if the fence came down.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta reboot my computer again or not? Hey guys. Okay. Go parts. And I want to go to this site. Oh, there it is. It finally came up. So 110. Okay, so remind me, guys. I just want to write these numbers down so I know 110.13, which is 110. I'm trying to find a number from filter. Case filter. 111. Okay, 113 dash Yeah, see, there has to be more to it. 1.4 and some 1.4. 11011. What the hell is a 11011? Oh, that's the case. Oh, I want the filter. So 113 element filter dash 720 dash 7020. Okay, cool. They're trying to find air filters. We got to get the right ones. And I'll go to Amazon, see if I can get them there. They were cheap. So, hey, Mr. Bob Casey, how's good evening? And Marie is in there too. Hey, hello, Marie. Blizzard Russell. Oh. Okay.
Hey, Bob, Marie,
No. Okay, 729. No, I want 714. What the hell is it? Oh, here we go. Is that it? 720. 7045. Air filter for Kawasaki, 720 and 7045. What the heck? Hard to read this because it comes with two filters. Outer replacement. Okay. $19 for the air filter. Okay, 720 is the outer one. Inner air filter replaces 7014 is the one I'm looking for. No, that's a 7019, but not a 14. Huh, you think it would be the same filter? Huh. Well, any side of the critters?
No, they still must be up at the McKinsey's.
is it cold there, Ron?
No, it's, I'm guessing 50 to 60, sunny.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be for a Floridian, but for here,
For there, it's warm. It's warm. Yeah,
5 and 7. No.
it's warm. It's warm for your area.
it
Sure
is.
beats that 20 below stuff, doesn't it?
You're out there just in a shirt and, I should send a messenger to Sarah.
Did you?
Yeah.
She's funny. Lynn thinks a lot of her.
1, 3.
Here I go. Justin said, oh, he'll kill me for this.
Oh, no, not going.
What did Justin say?
Well, that's what I'm about to make up.
Oh.
What the heck? Stupid thing. Hold on.
Let's try eBay. Okay, try 11013 dash 7020. Oh, okay. 720 and 744, but it says it was a 714 for Kawasaki. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to. Where is it? Someplace around here. We're looking at it. Okay.
Yeah, Marie, we see the there's 2,000 footers up there. The two that went by here are up at Sault Ste. Marie waiting for it to open. I think it opens at midnight on the 24th, 25th. The Sioux Locks open.
11013A 720. Cool. The inner filter is just a 1137019. Oh, that's why I'm having a hard time. No, okay. 718, not 14. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why it's giving me such a hard time. Well, so let's go back to here. So inner filter is a 19. Okay, that's the one I want right there. 19 bucks. Free delivery April the 13th to May the 6th. Holy shit. For freaking air filter. Free shipping. Okay, cool.
Marie, I thought maybe you'd go up to Sault Ste. Marie and watch the opening.
1,000 footers at the Susan Rock ready to go through. So there's two of them already there. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just put it through there by now. Maybe it'll come earlier. Yeah. Okay, I bought them. Two air filters.
There
There's an
you
inner
go.
filter and there's a small, long inside filter, and then there's an outside one. 19 bucks for the pair of them, which ain't bad. Hey, anybody want to buy a Ukrainian flag? They got all kinds of them for 20 bucks, 3 feet by 5 feet. Huh. Even got one that says F Putin. Oh, I was gonna order a fuel filter too. I forgot all about it. Well, let's go back to where the parts thing is. Okay, this in there. Nope. Let's go back. Oh crap! Didn't go the right way. Got rid of it all. I actually go that. Okay. Probably just buy one a fuel filter just around the corner. Just a standard thing, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna go to parts Z Master. Oh yeah, let's go to parts. Have to go down to the engine parts, I guess, where the fuel filter would be, I would think, or carburation or whatever it is. Okay, that's valve crankshaft. Okay. Oh, there's an oil filter. Lubrication system. No, I want carburation system. Fuel tank and fuel valve. Well, let's see if they got fuel filter. Okay, where is it? Right there, 19. Okay, just write this number down. I'll take a look for it. I don't think it's anything special. Okay. That's a pump. I don't want pump. I want filter. Okay. 49019 7001. Cool. Okay. Now we'll go to Amazon and see if we can punch in that number and find out what it might be. Just a standard.
Tim Jackson is back. How you doing, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
He must be at work, I'm guessing,
15 dash.
because he's using his work symbol with a T.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just a 1/4 inch inline fuel filter. That's all it is. Only 7 left in stock, but you know, you can't buy one fuel filter. You got to buy 2 of them. Some are 3 packages, some are, what's that, 8 package? Holy crap, like, I mean, it's only $18 for 8. What are we gonna do with 8 fuel filters? Every time we change the gas, put a new filter on?
Hey, Paul, I just threw Justin under the bus.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
I said, sent a message to Sarah and said, Justin said strong work on the kitchen fire tonight and burning dinner tonight.
So you're buying takeout tonight, you know?
Mm.
That's funny.
I get to meet her next 2 weekends from now.
Yeah,
Sounds like a nice gal.
yeah.
Yeah, she does. Sarah's really nice.
Yeah, they said she, as her sticker says, she puts up with drones 863.
Yeah.
Um, So Paul Murray, you ever gonna venture out and head west?
Yeah, I don't think so, Ron, but I'll let you know if I do. But you know, at this point in time, Ron, I don't go much anywhere.
No.
You know, on my Tahoe, I put probably, I'm guessing, maybe $800 miles a year.
Really?
Yeah.
He's going back and forth to the water and back. That's how many times he goes there.
Yeah. That and the stores I go to are like 2 miles in that direction and 4 miles in that direction. That's and I got a Tim Hortons 3 blocks away and a McDonald's 4 blocks away.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to see if you ever wanted to come out this way.
Yeah, you know, at a different time I
drunk.
would have, you know, back when I used to have a motor home, and that'd be kind of fun, but just isn't in the cards for me. But, you know, maybe somebody else would like to come out that way. Now you're gonna go up and see Curtis, right?
I don't know if it's gonna happen this year or not.
Oh, okay.
The group I'm with, some things have happened, and I'm not sure we're gonna do the ride this year. I was up there last year. I called him, and he was at work, and you know we were on a schedule, but we were real damn close to his house.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, so far my sister has volunteered my services while she goes away. I think she's going away in August on a cruise, and then she's going to Holland in November, I think it is.
What services are you going to be doing?
Cat sitting.
Ah,
Go in there about every 3 days, feed the cat, clean the litter boxes out, and away you go again. Well, I usually go down and stay at the trailer anyway, so a lot of times
Well,
I'm
now,
there
how
anyway.
long is she gonna be gone?
Well, I think the first one is a week, and the next, when she goes to Holland, I think she's gone for 10 days.
mm,
But see, she knows people in Holland, so she goes to stay. Well, they have a fight with her because when she gets there to Holland, everybody wants her to stay with this one or this one or this one. So she goes here for a couple of days or 3 days, and goes to the next one for 2 or 3 days, and you know, just to keep everybody happy because they're all so excited. So
Right.
yeah, she hasn't been there for a couple of years now. Yeah, she flies into the airport, Amsterdam or whatever, and then there's a train right there at the airport. She goes downstairs, gets on the train, and it takes her about half, 3/4 of an hour, and takes her right to the town where she gets off, and they meet her at the train station. That way they don't have to drive all the way to the airport and take an hour and a half, 2 hours. She gets on that high-speed train, right? So
well, hopefully in late August, Paul, I'll get the live stream with you from Petersburg, Alaska.
yay, there you go.
We have cell service or Wi-Fi.
Mm. Yeah.
That'll only be for about a day and a half.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting there about a day and a half before everybody else,
Oh,
just so I can get down to the river and film the bears.
yeah.
And
Cool.
then once
That'd
we
be
leave Petersburg for 8 days, we don't have contact with anybody.
Yeah. Cool. Corey Mono's in the house there too now, eh? Capture
Hey.
Life Connection and
Corey.
hey Corey, yep. Hey guys. So yeah, they that'd be kind of cool. Well, of course you're taking a drone, right?
Hello?
Yeah. Dude, the bears aren't bothered by the drone though, are they?
No,
They're not
no.
scared. No.
There's one
Just
spot down the river from Petersburg. It's about 8 miles down, and I got to walk about half to 3/4 a mile from the road down this skinny little path down to the river. It's
Yeah.
very, very thick with vegetation. It's a
Yeah.
little scary.
Yeah.
Then
So
when
do
you
you
get
take
down to
it?
the river, you'll get down there and you'll find a dozen people down there fishing for salmon.
Yeah.
But you got to get down there either in the morning or in the evenings, and that's when the bears start to come out to the edges of the river,
Yeah.
to try and catch salmon. But then
Oh.
about another 3 miles down is where the hatchery is, and they just come in there in piles. The one
Yeah.
day I just missed 6 of them at one time.
Huh.
Oh, there's a message back. Oh, that'd be from Sarah. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. So
Writing something else.
So do
Still
you take a
writing?
side?
It wasn't intentional. I'm mad about it.
Huh.
Why don't
So
you write-
Ron, do you take a sidearm with you?
No, I'm a little nervous to travel with a firearm up there
No. Okay.
through the airlines, and well, she's
Yeah.
right more. Probably like Justin's a dead man. Parmesan crusted pork chops and mashed potatoes in the trash.
Well, I don't know if those pork chops should
Come
have
here.
gone in the trash if it
Come
was
here.
just an oven fire. Take it out.
Come here.
Couldn't you take and
You dried
get
up
like
yet?
some apple juice or something and soak them in there and then recook them again?
What's that little thing you got? Come here.
You know, marinate them overnight, and I think they'd be good again the next day, like in an apple juice or something. Or
I'm just trying to get her fired up. She's probably watching.
that's-
Ron's an asshole.
Where the hell that one come from? Oh, I forget.
Vader's still playing chase to go get them, huh?
Oh yeah, well, because Gracie's on my lap, so he had to bring a toy to me to throw.
Okay.
That's a normal thing here, Paul.
He grabbed the
One jealous
closest,
of the other. You
he
got to pay
grabbed the
attention to me.
closest thing, right?
Yep. You
Mhm.
just got to close this thing.
I had to go out and set my little trap up again. I got one more trespasser to get that I know of.
Yeah.
We got one this morning. He took about a 20-mile ride.
Oh.
Yeah, another mean one. You can tell those feral ones.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're rough
They're
looking
mean.
and yeah.
They have a nasty growl to them, and ugh,
Well, you get that way to protect themselves, right? So.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Peter, grab me
Well,
your ball.
they're not socialized, you know, that's the problem.
no,
Yeah,
no.
They've had to depend on me, myself, and I, you know?
yeah.
What?
It's funny. I was up at Ralph's yesterday. He has 2 barn cats. One loves to be petted, but not held, and the other one loves both. That's the black and white one is the one that really likes me. And so she saw me yesterday. She literally beelined it for me and jumped in my lap. And then the dog got jealous. He has a miniature Australian Shepherd, and that dog was out and just terrorized the daylights out of those 2 cats, and they put up with it. They know it's play.
It's a game.
She gets rough with them. And they put up with it. They could kick her ass, I'm sure. Because they're the same size, if not a little bit bigger than her, you know, and being a cat with their fangs and claws. But initially they didn't like her, but now they know.
Yeah. Right, you know. Go get it, Gracie. Get it, Gracie. You see the chat there, Ron?
No, Justin said it wasn't meant to be.
No, but he said, Justin goes,
Shut up,
shut up, Ron.
No, she just wrote me back and said, Justin said it wasn't just meant to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure he's saying, shut up, Ron, I don't need your help.
My advice is pull them pork chops, put them in some kind of a marinade overnight in the refrigerator. They'd be fine.
yeah.
Grill them up tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't tell you, Paul. I had a new agent call me up today.
Oh, another one, huh?
Yep, I gotta put a sign up for him at 79 Scott Street, but he's gonna leave the sign at the property. But anyways, he said he'll let me know when he wants it up. So
Cool.
I think he's from out of town. I think what it is. He asked me how much I charge. He said, "How can I pay you?" I said, "No, you can, e-transfer." Oh, perfect. So.
If I write to her and say, oh, okay.
Ron, you've been told, is what Marie says.
I'm not helping Justin out.
What'd you write now?
I told her that he should be out there helping her. She said, he's sick. And I said, that's no excuse. Oh, she's writing something back. I'm going to get a private message from Justin. Ron, shut the fuck. We'll see.
Yeah, I just heard some thunder here too.
Yeah, you got some thunder there, Paul?
I
Yeah.
just heard some.
Yeah.
Let me see.
She said he was chatting with you guys, so I cut him some slack. I'm like, never cut him slack.
Oh, you right over top of there, Paul? Right over top of your head there, huh?
Yeah. There's London, but it's right here.
Yeah. Huh.
And it's gonna move out, but
Yeah.
see, there it is, and there's the thunder.
Yeah.
Let's see. See, look at that line of thunderstorms there.
Yeah. Yep.
That right there is at 7 o'clock.
Well, you're pretty close to it right now, Paul.
Yep, it's just south of me.
Yeah.
Oh, he must be playing it up.
There's 6:54, which is 6:54 right now.
Yeah.
And that thunderstorm, that line of thunderstorms is gonna be coming up.
Yeah. You're gonna probably get a few more thunder bangers. They're going there shortly.
Mm.
There's 7:30. There's 8:04. Paul.
Pizza. Didn't seem to mind that. I ruined the pork chops.
It's raining pretty hard out there right now.
Oh, it was pouring here a few minutes ago. Yeah. Is it raining down in St. Augustine? Because they were calling for rain by now, I think.
Let's go look.
Yeah.
Oh, it's raining there. Yeah, place is empty.
Yeah, she's wet.
Yep.
Yeah, she's wet. Nobody's sitting outside on the patio tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of sitting outside,
Yeah.
I might go do that.
Yeah. See if any critters show up.
Yeah. All right, critters, where are you?
Yeah, no kidding. Huh? Is it nice out there today? Oh, look at the sun or the blue sky.
Yeah, it's pretty out here today.
Is it warm or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, how you doing? Sunny and high 80 degrees here today. Steve says California.
Yeah, he's always throwing that in our face.
Yeah. I think anybody comes in here and tells us the temperature is 80 degrees ought to be shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like in the 50s here.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Yeah, we've had a couple of them, but temperatures really dropped here. So
The weird thing about out west here, you can have lower temperatures, but the sun just, I guess at this
Yeah.
higher elevation,
yeah.
makes things feel like it's so much warmer.
Yeah.
We're about 40, somewhere between 45 and 5,000 here.
Oh, you're that high there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever notice a difference on the drone, how it reacts because of the high altitude?
I questioned that many, many times, and I just don't really see a
No.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about it,
Yeah.
when you sit
Well,
and think
like
about
we're-
the altitude and
Yeah. We're 776 feet above sea level here. So we're
Right.
not very high, So
sit out here a while and just rattle.
Boy, yeah, the sky really looks nice.
Oh,
High
it's
wispy clouds. Yep.
If they sneak around the front, there's a bunch of, they haven't been here yet this afternoon. A bunch of corn.
Mm.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty out. Nice blue sky. There's something about the western skies, that especially the sunsets and the sunrises. They're totally different.
yeah.
So
was
when
up
you,
in Beach-
when are you going out and visiting California, Ron?
It's a possibility I may be out there this summer.
Is she planning a trip back soon or?
I don't know. There's a lot she's got going on right now. She's looking at a career change, and
Oh, she is.
yeah, it's gonna cost her some money. She can't take night shift anymore. It's just beating her up too bad.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely a lifestyle. If you work night shift, you're almost locked in.
I mean, look at me, guys. You guys see me when I'm at work, and
Yeah.
and it takes me a couple days, till I get home.
Yep.
Well,
Kinda-
yeah, that job there drags you down,
I really do question, how much longer can I do this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it a reason why I'm sick this week? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Must have some critters coming. He's going to get the corn.
He hasn't talked about his bunny rabbit lately. I wonder if the bunny
Oh,
rabbit
yeah.
got eaten by the coyote.
Yeah.
Justin says, I'm looking and I don't like what I see.
What did Justin say?
I'm looking, but I don't like what I see.
Uh-oh.
He says, Ron really wants me to dent his truck.
Yeah, she must like him or something.
Yeah. One time there, Ron, I was when I first went out to BC driving transport, I was delivering a hardware store out in, well, I forget what town it was, but it's just a small town, and you had to back up to the front door and unload. I got out, opened the doors, and the guy come out. And we're shooting the breeze. So anyways, I climbed up in the truck, started unloading. I just happened to look up behind the store, kind of an older store, but this huge mountain range right there, all the snow capped, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And I said, "Oh my God, look at that!" Guy goes, "What? What do you see?" Because he lives there. There was nothing to him, right?
Right.
To me, it was just absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah. I mean, same thing here. Sit on the porch swing here. Move the kitty cat trap. Get ready to set it up.
And have you seen your bunny at all? Your little thumper?
What I'm thinking,
You suppose a coyote got him?
I'm thinking one of those damn cats got him.
Oh,
That's another reason. They're
Oh yeah, cats will kill. Well, especially young bunnies. Yeah.
yeah. I got the strong sunlight behind me now. Ugh. It was funny this morning. It's pitch black, and all I saw were these images out in the yard. What I thought might have been deer, 'cause it was dark. So I'm like, well, let me try it. I rattled the container, and they all started to move towards me. I'm like, it must be the deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice here, guys. I got all these pine trees around me, and you can see right above my porch here. Nice shade.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a lot of major roads close to you there. It's kind of more of a country style thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two laners, right?
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably get a little bit busier in the summer with tourists and boats
It will
and stuff.
here. The nice thing is that the street I selected, matter of fact, at the end of my street, there's a big sign that says no camping or lake access. So in other words, that tells the tourists, don't come down this road because you're not going to get to the lake or the campgrounds.
Yeah.
So it keeps a lot of the traffic away from. Now they say, I'm going to see up over the hill there, up by the store, I'll see a lot more traffic. Terry told me, like at the grocery store, they sell bait, they sell fishing gear, camping gear, plus groceries. And she said in the summer they are just nonstop. So my days of going up there in the morning,
Having coffee.
having coffee and shooting the breeze are coming close to an end. They're just going to be too busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not. I'm so thankful that I have them. I mean, like I ordered something off of Amazon the other day, and it'll be here either Friday or Monday. And I'll just call Terry or Kim, and they'll come pick it up for me and keep it until I get home next Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
My one big project is to stain this deck this summer. I haven't priced stain or deck paint lately, but I'm sure it's not cheap. So I haven't got the opportunity to experience, being out here in the nice weather. I got here in September. Wasn't bad. But
Yeah.
it was short lived. September, October, I was hardly here.
Yeah.
I can't. It took me 2 months to kind of really get moved in, because I was guiding and I was working in North Dakota, and my utility bills were next to nothing. I wasn't here.
Hey, Ron,
Yeah.
where is it exactly that you are? South Dakota, North Dakota?
I am. Look up Moorcroft, 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 Wyoming. Or actually, better yet, look up Pine Haven. 2 words, Pine Haven, Wyoming.
Are you on 25?
No, 25 is
You're-
way south of me.
Yeah. You
I'm
gotta
way
go
north.
farther north.
Um,
Hey, hang on.
I'm trying to
around.
find. I'm trying to find you on Google Map.
Yeah, just type in Pine Haven. It's 2 words. It'll take you right to it.
In the title, Paul, search Pine Haven.
What's that?
In the search bar, type Pine
I don't
Haven.
have a search bar here.
Well, okay, over to the left on the far side. Okay, there's a bar. Down one more. Right there, click.
Oh, okay. Pine Haven.
Yep. There you
Wyoming.
go, right there, first one.
Okay, cool. And it's gonna go all the way up and over down there. Zoom right in. There you go, Paul.
Yep.
Okay, and this is the town here, the main town.
Yeah.
And where's the place you hang out at?
My house, you mean, or the store?
The store.
Paradise Foods. You probably should. Okay, zoom out a little bit. I might be able to walk you through. Oh,
A little farther north, I think. No? Well, not too far, no, because you're going out of town.
Is it on
Lower.
the east side or west side of the road?
it is on the west side of the road, I believe.
Is it lower Pine Ridge area?
Type
Or
in
no?
Pendleton Drive, Pine Haven.
Okay.
Pendleton
Pendleton, Pine Haven, right there, Paul.
Drive. Yep, there you go.
Click on that. There you go.
Okay.
That looks like the grocery store. Yeah, here, I'm trying to move it. The grocery store is just a little bit north. Looks like, I think.
This is
Yep.
Pendleton Drive here, right?
Right, yeah, it's a big circle. About where that red mark is, just about where I am, pretty close. Real damn close. Yeah. That actually, I think that's my house. It's an older picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Just above that is where the grocery store is. Keep going to
Back
the
out,
north,
Paul. Back out.
back out.
Okay.
Is that the grocery store there?
No, go north, go up to the top. No, go up, up.
No, no, you're going the wrong way. There you go.
Go up
Nope.
the other way.
There's his house. Okay. Go back out just a little bit more, Paul. There you go.
Now go up to towards the top of your browser.
Top down towards the top of the screen. Pull down. Pull it down.
Yeah, right up there's the grocery store.
Which one?
Right.
This one?
Should be to the left of your screen.
Empire Lodge is there,
No,
Yeah,
no,
right
no.
across the street.
Right
right,
across the street there.
right
Okay.
there.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's an older picture. They don't even have the gas pumps in.
Yeah.
Or do they? But
I
yeah,
think-
all I have to
Yeah.
do is right across the street. Right across out of the parking lot, Paul. And that road right across the street is,
Right there.
yep. They don't even have the mailboxes in there. Huh. Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
like
an
a
old picture.
campground right across from the grocery store.
And what's that? A motel, Empire Lodge?
It's like a campground, almost like a what do you call it, a Airbnb type place. That's my road right across the street.
Right there.
Yep, exactly.
And then you go up here, and then where do you go?
Keep going, and right there, right where your mouse is at, turn right,
Turn to your right. There you go.
and then right on that curve,
Right here.
right, Matt,
Keep going, Paul.
right, oh, right where your mouse is at, Paul.
Yeah.
Yep, right exactly where your mouse is at. It's yeah, but it's so, that picture is so old. My garage is not there.
Yeah. Boy, that's a crappy picture.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. So you're in these trees, are you?
Yeah. Yep, right in there.
Huh.
Wow. That's
Right where those cars are, right to the right of your mouse. Yeah, right there.
So is this your house?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know how old that picture is.
Huh.
That's right where I'm at.
Huh. So you just go down around here and go down past the Empire Lodge over to the store.
Yeah, I can walk right up through that field.
Oh, you can
Sometimes
just
I do
cut
that.
across.
Yeah. Yep. Takes me about not even 5 minutes to walk up there. But then the
So,
lake, you
Here's
see how the
this
reservoir
is
surrounds
this
it.
the campground out here?
One of them, yeah. There's several different campgrounds, but you can see how the lake, excuse me, it kind of, I'm sitting in the middle of it, where the reservoir completely surrounds us.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful here. It really is.
Huh.
Yep. That's where I'm at.
And Curtis says it's on Pine Haven Road.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Broke necks. Google Earth is so old in my neck of
It
the
is.
woods. Yeah. Curtis says you must be a flat earther, Ron.
Not quite. It's not so flat earthed here. No, we're still in the Black Hills.
Yeah.
You hear that, Paul?
What's that?
Exactly.
Quiet.
Nothing.
It's quiet.
No trucks going down the road or
Mhm.
anything or
Well,
Yeah.
that's the interesting thing. I'm about a mile and a half north of the Blue Water Bridges. And when some of those trucks are going upgrade, you hear them, it's like an airplane. They're going up the bridge.
and you don't hear sirens every 5 minutes. And
No.
No. We got a few dogs in the neighborhood, but you can always hear the wind off in the distance going through the trees.
you can tell it's quiet when you can hear the wind like that.
Now,
Yeah.
does that calm you down or only take so much of it before you're looking for something to do?
My only regret here is, I was talking to Ralph the other day. I think he took a hint or something. He's been texting me like quite a bit lately. I told him and his wife, they said, well, Ron, how you liking it down there? And I'm like, I love it. I said, my only regret is it's a little bit sociably unacceptable.
Socially challenged. Yep.
Yeah. And I think, part of it, this time of year, it's winter. I've got my friend Jay, who has the big boat, who has offered to take me fishing, this summer a lot. And
Justin's still after you, Ron.
Yeah.
there he is.
All I
He
hear
says
is
it.
asshole, he says.
He says, all I hear is an asshole.
Keep it up, buddy. Your wife's on my side, not yours.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Brookdax and Curtis. Sorry,
Well,
buddy.
now, do they have bars in that little town or?
Yeah, right down in town. I mean, it's hard to really call it a town. It takes me about, 3 or 4 minutes to drive in the town. There's a city building. There's a car wash. There are 2 bars and a golf club and a golf course. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to put a bar right out there next to the party store and call it Ron's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might not be a.
I could see you as an entrepreneurial bar owner
Yeah.
with the motorcycle stuff on the wall and the hunting stuff on that wall. And
The only thing I think that I would fail at, and that's one thing that, down here at these 2 bars, the one opens up at 6 a.m. for breakfast. If you go in there at 6 till about 8 o'clock, you're safe. But after 8 o'clock, the early morning drinkers come in. They permit smoking, and I can't be around that.
well, you could have the only non-smoking bar.
Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to smoke at the golf club bar. There's 3 bars in this little town.
Yeah.
And 2 of them, I told them, I said, I'll come in and you can actually buy your bottles of liquor there. Like if you want a bottle of wine or something,
Yep.
you can buy it there. And I told them, I said, I will never sit in here and eat dinner. But they actually tell me that they're,
What you tell your little friends there that have the party store, right?
yeah,
Tell them to put on an addition on there, and you'll call it Ron's Place, and you'll run it.
they can't.
Why?
They've already tried to get a liquor license there. And because of how small the community is, the city council will only allow so many liquor licenses.
For
They're at the max.
population, yep, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah,
So what they'd have to do is they'd have to buy another bar and move it.
yeah,
Buy
probably.
another license, yeah.
Yeah. So, because I asked Terry, I said, you guys sell everything else here, and she's like, yeah, we can't sell alcohol. They will only permit so many liquor license here in this community.
Yeah.
But it was nice. I got to meet my neighbors up above today. They're from down south somewhere. He's got a really heavy Southern accent. He's like, yep, we came to Pine Haven for one reason, to feed the deer. So I told him about the mine tracks. I actually brought him down and showed him. He goes, holy shit. I said, you don't got any little pets? He goes, no, I got a 160-pound Newfoundland, which I've seen out back.
Yeah.
He goes, but I appreciate you telling me that. But super nice guy.
Well, how many churches do they have there?
There's no church in town here, but about 6 miles from here, there's a Mormon church.
Oh, Mormon.
Yeah, I'm surprised in this community. And there's a little church about 5 miles the other direction. And there's another church in town in Moorcroft. Moorcroft's about 10 miles from here. Yep, to the north or west, to the south. Yeah. I think there's a church in town there. Population's only 1,027. And then about 20 miles to the east is Devil's Tower. That's where that's at. Now, believe it or not, this area in the summer is just inundated by cops because of all the tourists. It's crazy. They even say my community here, so they get more DUIs because people come in here for boating and fishing, and they come in and all they do is drink. And the cops nail them left and right for DUIs.
Wow.
Yep. You get the state and the county sheriff that comes in here. Yeah.
What, you want outside? Come on. Okay. No, quit raining. Cold.
Here's a little survey. Well, I think you guys have seen, anybody in the chat who hasn't seen, but this is kind of my backyard. Oops.
Well, it's sure it is crystal clear air. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And then the grocery store, that bed and breakfast I told you about is right about in the center of the screen. I own about halfway up through there to there.
Oh.
And then I own a little ways up beyond my garage there, way up past the neighbor's house. And then that's my garage, my 24 by 32 garage, my driveway down there. And this is kind of like my front yard here, my deck. one of the decks.
Yeah.
And then, this is kind of out front. Oh,
I'm gonna screen share for just a second, then we'll come back there.
okay.
Look at the rain pouring down here.
What's
Whew.
that? At St. Augustine?
No, that's
Paul's
my
house.
driveway.
Oh.
Got no squirrels. They're probably running for cover.
Oh yeah, they're hiding somewhere.
Wow. Yeah, she's coming down there pretty good there, Paul. It's almost
Yes,
foggy.
Yeah, send some of that our way, Paul.
Yeah.
We need it.
I don't see any squirrels.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wouldn't be
Ron,
either.
continue on, my man. Continue on.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
that's
crap.
nice. That's my front deck, and I have a big parking area right out there in front of the house.
Well, don't be showing your truck because Justin's gunning for it.
You can't
He
have
says, look at that truck, just waiting for a dent in the door.
it. That's my baby. One of my babies. The other one's got a lot more chrome and is down in the garage with 2 wheels. So
Yeah, I don't see any deer, Ron.
no.
There's your trap.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Let's
If they're
see.
around, hear it. They'll come around. Yeah, a lot of outside work to do this spring, though.
Yeah, I've got some painting I need to do, some trimming. I just don't get the energy to do it. Let's check the martini bar.
Yeah. Supposed to rain down there tonight too, I think, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
She's wet down
down.
there.
You don't even see a whole lot of people on the sidewalk.
no, it
Yeah.
looks like it might have stopped raining though.
Yeah.
Nobody's covering themselves up.
I can see the rain on your camera.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's all Port Huron camera, yeah.
How's your weather up there, Paul Hodges?
I'm getting almost the same as Paul, because I'm only an hour west of them or east of them, right? So.
I don't see any of my little squirrely buddies.
No, you probably won't.
They're all hiding out.
Washing all those peanut shells down.
Yeah,
How much did you say, Paul? You spend a week or a month on?
about $100 a week.
Holy
Jesus.
crap!
Well, they're the only thing I spend money. I don't go out to dinner. I'm not a drinker. I don't, They're my extended little family,
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like these guys here. I mean, it cost me $10 for that 50-pound bag.
Oh, little lightning action there.
Get a little lightning there, Paul?
Yeah.
Now, how far does Lenny live from you, Paul?
about 5 miles to the south and west.
You guys visit from time to time, or?
Oh yeah, but you know, she's like I am. She's a hermit. I'm a hermit. You know, she's got a motorhome. She's a hermit with a motorhome.
Hmm.
But she knows Lynn's one of those kind of people that I don't know if you've ever met before, but Lynn knows everybody and everybody knows Lynn.
Hmm.
No matter where you go, oh, that's my cousin. Oh, that's my uncle. That's my aunt. It don't make a difference where you go. And they all, hey, Lenny, how you doing? Long time no see. You know, that goes on.
Yeah. I have a friend like that in Pennsylvania. Her husband told me when they come out last summer to visit, he said, Ron, don't be surprised. He said, if Kathy runs into somebody that she knows. They came from Pennsylvania out to South Dakota to visit me. They were only here for 48 hours. And then they were traveling on. They went on to Yellowstone, and sure as hell, I take them to Mount Rushmore, and Kathy disappears. She went to the bathroom and she was gone for like an hour.
Like it was old home week, right?
Yeah. And she comes back, she goes, guys, you ain't gonna believe it. I ran into this person and I ran into that person.
Yep.
And Bruce told me, he's Ron, I told you.
That's the way Lynn is.
Yeah. Oh, at least I feel a little better. I still don't have, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but
Yeah.
Feel better. Last night I was hurting, guys. Ugh. I was trying to
JD's
chat.
plotting against you too, Ron.
Pardon me?
JD's plotting against you too. He says, Ron, how come the side of your truck has a pole up next to it?
Ha! I wish. I don't know. Some of the women out here, I'm not sure I'd want a pole.
Hanging with JD, I saw an Inspire 1 in the cage. Lynn says, do not believe Paul. Well, Lenny's been well traveled. She's moved her all around the world, you know, when she was in the military and the government service. And
Yeah. It's one regret that I do have, that I didn't get into the military and be able to travel and see the world, because everybody I've talked to that has been in the military has told me they've been to so many different countries. It's not that I haven't. I mean, I've been all but 3 states in the US. I've been to Mexico, Hawaii. I've been to the British Virgin Islands. I have not been to Europe. Been to Alaska. I mean, I've done some traveling, and I gotta admit, over half of it has been since I've been divorced. My wife never wanted to travel or go and see things and do things, and I felt like it was holding me back. And since I departed from her, I've seen so many places, so many national parks, so many states, things that I never would have seen before.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Lynn, some people have a long memory. Lynn can remember people that she went to high school with, and
Yeah.
she'll recognize them on the street. Where
Hmm.
me, it's like, I don't know who the hell that is,
Yeah.
Hmm.
But life is short, and I agree with her. Go see and do things that while you're healthy, do it.
Yeah.
While you can. You never know when that last minute will be. I learned that lesson 2 years ago, guys. That accident that I was in, I was not expecting it.
That was a revelation to you, wasn't it?
I'm telling you, guys, it changed my life. It taught me to say, hey, live. People use that phrase, live each day like it's your last. And like I said, I'm all but paid up, pretty close to the Alaska trip, and I've been up there twice. We're going to the same area, but the sheer fact that I get to go there the third time, and experience it, and I can't express to you guys enough, sitting in that boat, trolling for salmon at 2.5, 3 knots. So you're poking, just sitting back, your chair's reclined, and 50 to 100 times a day, you got whales breaching beside you, giant ships. It's just, I can't express how relaxing it is, and I use the expression today when opportunity is thrown at me, I ask myself 2 questions. Can I get off work, and can I afford it? And if both of those questions are answered with yes, I do it.
Well, Paul Hodges, didn't you used to go cruising, you and Bonnie?
What?
Take cruises?
Oh yeah. I used to go on cruises all the time. I'd book 5 of them now.
See, I've never been on a cruise, Paul Hodges.
Well, see, the thing was with me, you got to watch what cruise you go on. But to me, to be on a cruise, you're out in a boat, you're going to enjoy the ocean, the water, all that kind of stuff. But see, one of the biggest problems with some of the cruises, you get on at night, the sails at 5 o'clock, you're dark. But you get up the next morning, you're already in port.
Right.
Okay. So, and then 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, the leaves again, go through and wake up next morning, you're in the next port. So what I'd like to do is go on a cruise that have, 2 or 3 days at sea. Okay.
Right.
If you want to do something, you can go in the ship and go do something. There's all kinds of things, bars, casinos, swimming pools, hot tubs, entertainment, all that kind of stuff. But if I'm going on a cruise, I want to cruise on the sea. So I always take one that's got 2 or 3 days at sea, because you can just sit back on the lounge chair on the side of the ship, just lean back, rest,
Edge out, huh?
watch the world go by. Well, watch the water go by. But I don't like the cruises where you almost have to get off the ship every day to go see something.
8 o'clock in the morning, it's time to go ashore, and yeah.
Just
But don't you want to do that though, and see the different lands, and
Well-
but then same token, you're probably limited on your time. Like, okay, you've got
Well-
X amount of time, you have to be back on the ship by this time.
well, yeah, that too. And you got to watch what you're doing, because it'll leave without you, right? But the thing is, I go on a 7-day cruise, and usually got 4 ports, so you still got days of cruising, right? You got the other 3 days of cruising, or sometimes it's only 3 ports, but you get the days of cruising. But if you go to the Caribbean island, if you go to one island, you've gone to all the other ones.
Because
They're all the same toys, same trinkets, same everything, right?
Right.
And you see what they do is they recommend, well, if you're going on a tour off the ship in a different country, that you go through them. Because see, the thing is, if something happened and you couldn't get back to the ship in time, then the ship is responsible for getting you to the next port, or if they have to put you up in a hotel or whatever, get you to the next port to meet up with the ship again. But if you go out just on your own and something happens, you can't get back, you're screwed.
Wow.
So, but anyways, it's not that bad. It's not that bad a deal. But even if, you might have 8 hours, you go into a town, walk around, see all the sights and stuff like that. But there's a lot of tours outside. Like we went on one in Belize, went to the Belize Zoo. Well, it was 10 miles out of town, right? Away from the port. But it was a sanctioned cruise. So, they make sure that you're going to be back on the ship on time and all that. But, and another thing that I didn't really like was a lot of the beach resorts. Everybody gets off the ship, goes over to a resort that's got a beach, lawn chairs, and sit there, go swimming or do whatever. Oh, really? I didn't pay to go sit on a beach someplace. I'm not a beach person. Okay. Now some people are happy. They sit there and relax and enjoy themselves or whatever. And usually you're right there, almost beside the ship, anyways. But I mean, but the service on a ship, you would not believe the service we had to have on ships. Even the people working there knew you by name,
Yeah.
And
Lenny-
like you
Hey,
go to
Lenny-
get breakfast, you'd
Hey,
have a
Paul.
plate and a coffee. They come up and grab it. Where you sitting? Where you sitting? And they
Lenny
take it over
said-
to your table. And
Lenny
just,
says there's videos on YouTube that shows what happens when people don't make it back to their ship in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, I've seen it. The ship pulling out, and all of a sudden you see two people running down the dock, and ship's already gone. See ya. Yeah.
that's what I like about my Alaska fishing trip. It's a family run business.
Yeah.
And they have a lodge on the bay. And what's so amazing is at one point in time, they have around 40 people in the lodge at one time. Every 6 days, they change. They usually take 20 in and 20 out.
Yeah.
But when we're about 5 minutes out from the lodge, Billy he'll radio the lodge, say I'm 5 out. And that is everybody's cue that works at the lodge. You stop what you're doing, you come down to the dock. And they even have the family dog there, little black lab. He's funny as shit.
Yeah.
But he's down there wagging his tail like, oh, new people. But you get off and they do ask you your name. And some people remember you. They're starting to remember us.
Mm.
But you're assigned a number. And last year, Mike, Dave, and I were number 8. We were in room 8. We had boat 8, tackle box 8, lunch box 8, freezer 8. And that's how they keep everything so organized. But we get in the first day, had a lunch. We were able to fish half a day the first day.
Yeah.
Had dinner that night. Every morning you come down to the dock, the kids that work the dock, they got your boat ready. You got a
Yeah.
fresh tackle, fresh bait box, full gas, boat is clean.
Yeah.
You turn the key and put it in reverse, back out of the dock, and away you go.
Yeah.
And you come in at night, they're standing there waiting for you, and they say, go to dinner. They get into your dry box, they pull all your fish out, they start filleting it. You go up and
Jeez,
eat dinner.
Yeah.
Except for me, I go up
Yeah.
and hog dinner,
Yeah.
and at least 4 or 5 nights of the week, they want everybody in at 8:00 at night. We get in for dinner at 6, about 8:30 at night. They want everybody in. I'll gobble down my dinner. I'll run back to the dock with all my camera and drone gear, and they run me back out to the bay and drop me off on an island. And I sit out there and wait for the whales to come through this one shallow area where all the feeder fish are.
Yep.
And I sit there and I launched it. That's how I got that video of all those whales last year.
Yeah.
They just dropped me off in the island. And I said, guys, when it gets dark, pick me up.
Yep. Huh.
That's what I do every night. It's so, I can't express how relaxing it is.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Well, I can appreciate it because, like, I'll myself go hunting. Hunting season comes here, and I'm out here sitting in the middle of the bush someplace, right?
yeah,
So peaceful and so quiet.
yep. I remember like last time we were up there, it was during all the campaigning and elections and all that. And we have no cell phone, no phone, Wi-Fi, news, media, social media, nothing. And then you're almost worried on the 8th day.
Yeah.
Start heading back towards Petersburg when they take us up to the airport.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, your phone starts blowing up. Yeah, I remember my first year up there, I got injured and got up to Petersburg, and I called my boss and said, I'm still in Alaska. I severely injured my arm, and I don't think I'm gonna make it back to work anytime soon. I said my arm is about 3 times the size it should be, and
Yeah.
boss was not happy with me.
Yeah.
He goes, "You just had vacation, damn it!
Yeah.
Now you got another one."
No, I'd go on a cruise tomorrow if I could. No, the service is just unbelievable. How well they cater to you.
I've heard that. I'd like to
It
go
just-
on.
And one of the things that I know people pay extra money for, but I'm El Cheapo, but I have an inside stateroom, so we're in the middle of the ship. Okay, and it's in. There's no windows, but there's curtains to make it look like there's a window. But you know something? You shut the lights off in the daytime, it's dark in there. If you got a regular room on the outside of the ship, big bay windows or whatever, never get dark in there, during the day if you want to lay down, right? But you got to remember, if you got a rough sea and the ship is doing this, if you're in the middle, you're hardly moving. You don't get the up and down, and because you're in the middle, it's just basically pivoting there, right? So, it's always been a comfortable ride. We've had a couple times it's been a little rough. They canceled the on stage stuff because tossing the performers around a little bit. But we went into Half Moon Key, and it was so windy that the anchor was dragging. They couldn't, because they had to ferry out from the boat back to land. So we couldn't stop there. So what they did, they just decided to head back to port because it was the last day, and the following day we're due to be back in at Fort Lauderdale, and they just took their time. Instead of doing 10 knots, they did 4 or something. Just took their time going back. But they compensated us for it and everything else, But yeah, I've been on Eastern, Western Caribbeans, and there's another, I guess it was the southern one. But anyways, I've been to Honduras and Belize, and then we went to St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, San Juan, that island that's all, half Dutch, half something else. Where all the rich people go. But anyways,
I'm going to give you guys a little quick tour of the area in which Lynn and I live. Okay. This is Port Huron right here. And that's the Blue Water Bridge right there.
Well, what waterways to the big water to the
This is-
north, Paul?
This is the Great Lakes out here, and this is Lake Huron.
Okay.
Lake Huron, this is Lake St. Clair, Lake Erie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when we go in here, here's my house right there.
Okay.
Okay. And Lynn and I went to school at Garfield School, elementary school right here. And I'll show you where Lynn lives. Let's see if I can find it. There's not, it's,
you see him? Do you see him, Ron?
No,
Oh, okay. I thought you were shaking because you see him.
sometimes I can't see them beyond the trees off to my left there. But I've shaken, and all of a sudden, like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
here's
yeah.
where Lynn lives. Lenny lives right here.
Oh, okay. Yep. There.
That's her
Okay.
motorhome right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the The distance between us is from here
Yeah,
up to here.
yeah. Oh, hey, get off that. Didn't know you knocked that over.
Anyway, not that anybody cares, but that's, I've had
Yeah.
a lot of people
Right,
ask
yeah.
where we live.
Yeah, yeah.
Huron, Michigan.
Port Huron.
Come on, let's go. No, okay.
And
Don't
the
wanna
lake
go.
is named after the Huron Indian tribe.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah. Dirty now. You see what I bought today, Paul?
What'd you get?
A piece of red
Oh,
core
you got
glass.
court glass. The red.
Yeah, 4x8, so I can make some soul signs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. One guy's interested in them, so. Yeah. Nah. 4x8 sheet was $71.
Wow.
Yeah.
But how many
Well,
signs do you get out of that?
Okay. Give me a minute. I'll calculate it. Okay.
Yeah,
so
Lynn's down, just east of Lynn would be the St. Clair River.
Mm,
And east of me is Lake Huron.
okay.
Where?
And the
I used
blue
to go
water.
up to Lake Erie from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yep.
'Cause it borders, if I remember right, the northwest corner of Pennsylvania.
Yep, it does. Lake Erie.
So 12.
Well, you're at the
So,
northeast corner of Lake Erie. You have Niagara Falls and the canals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The locks. Yep.
So we would have 40.
God, busy street here tonight. But the fifth car in the last 10 minutes.
No, it's all right. 8,
Hello.
Do they all wave at you, Ron?
8.
That's one thing, Paul, that you see here. Everybody waves. Everyone, whether you know them or not.
Like a
And-
motorcycle thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of nice,
Uh-huh.
Back in Pennsylvania, they wave. Hey,
They give you
So
the.
Paul, yeah, Paul, I'll get 16 signs out of it. It cost me $4 a piece.
There you go. So that makes it about what, $6 a sign cost?
Somewhere around there, and I sell them for 23. So
Yeah.
not bad. Oh,
Well, guys, what are you thinking?
okay, could if
Yeah.
I cool, yeah. And
I'm
one thing too, Ron, I don't know. There's different cruise lines that you can go on. Some have got the great big ship. There's 5,000 people on, or there's a Disney cruise. All those things. There's a lot of different activities going on. But the one I used to go with was Holland America Lines,
yeah,
and they have mid-sized ships. They're like 3,000 people. Okay, and it's more geared to the older people. Like I was on a cruise that had 3,000 people, and they said there were 71 kids or something on board. I don't think I've seen a kid the whole cruise, but they got
No.
stuff for kids on them. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, but it's more geared towards the older group. Like you go on to Disney, you know that mom and dad and 4 kids, they're all going on a
and
cruise, right?
Carnival Cruise is kind of geared towards not the kids, but the young adults and stuff, right?
Yeah. It
Right.
depends on what they do, right? Like what they're things. But I've always gone Holland America. They've been excellent.
I've never done one. The only thing that has feared me is I've just heard so many people, Lord knows, it's like a giant petri dish on water. You never know what you're going to pick up, being around so many people.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that they do on the first day, when they're out at sea, like I know in Holland America, when it comes to food handling, you can't touch it. They serve you. Okay.
Right.
Like yeah, you might have big buffet, but they're serving you. they handle it. They got gloves on and stuff like that. But if everything goes good and it's clean, then you can just go help yourself on the buffets. And you can get food 7 days a week, 24 hours a day on the cruise ship. You know, if you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, want a steak, it's not a problem. You know, and they have all kinds of food, like, you know, Mexican, Canadian, whatever, you know what I
Crab,
mean?
lobster, everything.
Oh, oh yeah, they got everything on those things.
Yeah. I used to watch
And-
that old show, The Love Boat.
The
Yeah.
Love Boat. Yep.
But yeah, it's no, I've really enjoyed cruises. I've never been on a problem with it, you know, somebody's been sick or, but you know, but the thing is, the more people you get, of course, the more chances there are, right? So
Right.
JD wrote in the chat to you, Ron. He says, let's take a cruise to our Australian adventure, Ron.
you're right. Yeah, there you
Go over and see our idol.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I sent him, I should send you guys that. One of my other Australian friends, she's a nurse, and she put this video on Facebook the other day, and I forwarded that to our idol, Mr. Bump, and but it's titled "Only in Australia."
go. Yeah.
And it was everything from freshwater crocs to all these like nasty,
Snake, pit
Spiders.
vipers, all that stuff. Yeah.
all these nasty snakes, and then these big muscle
Yeah.
grooves that would want to clock you in the snoot and
Yeah.
knock you
Oh
out,
yeah, yeah.
you know?
Yeah, Paul might have a trouble there, Lynn. She said probably on the cruise ship they don't have breakfast bowls.
I'll bet you could have them make you a breakfast bowl if you told them what you wanted.
Oh yeah, yo, sure. They do it all
Yeah.
the time. All the time.
Yeah, JD, let's do it, buddy. We'll go over and see our idol.
Yeah.
I truly do want to go over and see him. And, you know, like he had mentioned about taking me over to the Great Barrier Reef and, you know, flying a drone, and that would be like, it's on my bucket list, you know. Definitely get the mat bump
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and again, that's one of the reasons. That was not one of the last straws, but I had a pilot I used to work with in Pennsylvania. He was from Poland. When he retired, he was moving back to Poland for his wife. You know, his wife wanted to be back with her parents and help take care of them. And but him and I were good friends. He's the one I flew across the United States with in a helicopter, and we were good friends. And I threw his going away party. But anyway, long story short, he said, Ron, he called me young man. He's young man. You come to Poland. You come see me. He said, 3 hours we drive. We go snow skiing in Czechoslovakia or Austria. And my wife didn't want to do that. I'm like, wait a minute. We got someone who lives over in Europe. We can stay at their house. We have a personal tour guide. We can go skiing in the Swiss Alps. What do you mean you don't want to do that? Yeah. That's one of the reasons I'm no longer with her. She held me back, you know. And can you imagine having someone over there in Europe you could stay with and show you
Oh.
around? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know. Anyhow.
Oh,
Well, Paul,
I gotta go. I got a
Yep.
real estate agent here. Hang on.
Okay. All right. Ron, you're out of here?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Paul. There's something I wanted to share with you real quick offline.
Okay. All right. Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later. Lenny, you take care, my dear. And everybody else, thanks for stopping by.